The following is brought to you by Stephen Terry Pest Elimination. If it's scary, call Stephen Terry at 713-477-0047.
Live from the Stephen Terry Pest Elimination Studio, this is the Smells Like Middle-Aged Spirit podcast.
Smells like a gym bag.
It's strong, but you'll get used to it. Now, filling in for Nick Stevenson, here's your host, Chris Conn.
Aliens are real. I don't care what anybody says. And we're live over here at the Stephen Terry Pest Elimination Studio. I remembered to say that this time. I was so proud of myself.
Look at you.
We are
I'm
on
a
the
big boy.
You know, we usually try to shoot for the longest episode ever, but I think we're going to aim for the shortest episode ever on this one because I am zero prepared because I've been busy as fuck lately.
Ooh, Dad's gonna get mad at you.
Naomi, how are you doing today?
I am A-okay.
Oh, God, perfect. Josh, how you doing, bud?
I am doing great.
And we have the wonderful Miss Kay. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Oh, were you waiting for the sound drop?
I was actually trying to... Shit, I got to work on my timing.
Or Josh does.
If you're not already following us on Facebook, go ahead and search us up right meow.
Ooh.
Hit the follow button. We also have a little side Facebook called the Spirit Sniffers. I almost forgot that.
That's
I saw you think
group,
about it.
Our little fan
A
club.
little fan group. Spirit Sniffers. Also, go ahead and follow us on Spotify, iTunes, or anywhere else that you listen to your podcast on, and YouTube. I'm working on that YouTube stuff. So
and
go ahead.
Instagram. Basically,
Follow.
just follow all that shit.
Definitely Instagram. Instagram's way better than Facebook. Facebook is stupid.
Stupid.
But still follow us on Facebook to keep up to date with all recordings and whatnot.
That's what all the middle-aged people are doing these days, I hear.
Was it middle-aged people or still boomers? Didn't
They're all on LinkedIn.
didn't the boomers take over Facebook? I've completely gotten off of Facebook almost.
Only in Deer Park, Texas talk,
Ooh.
where they talk about people with crazy colored hair.
Can we talk about the lady
croutons.
yet with the water burger, or did y'all do that last
Yeah,
time?
no, we did last
Did
time.
y'all?
Yeah,
Fuck.
It was good.
We
it was
definitely
good.
did. We definitely talked about it.
I know Nick said.
I want to have like a dumbest post from Deer Park, Texas talk. Like,
Do you have one on the ready? Because we could probably use
I don't,
one.
but man, I bet you I pull it up, I'll get one real quick.
Yeah, I was fucking pissed because on not last episode, but the episode before the last one, I was like, I want to talk about this lady on Facebook, Deer Park group, whatever, talking about the Whataburger. How well, if you listen to the last episode, you know. Anyways, Nick rubbed that shit in my face, and y'all were gonna talk about it.
I thought the lady about the avocado toast was a little crazy.
Oh, see, was that
someone at the
real,
Dunkin', right?
or was
No,
that?
I'm pretty sure.
'cause
I'm pretty sure she was serious.
Pretty sure she was real.
That was like 6 too many paragraphs.
It was like
about
300
avocado toast.
Yeah, it was like 300 comments.
Yeah.
And I read them all. Like, are we seriously doing this right now?
Oh my God.
God.
I didn't I knew avocado toast was a thing, but I didn't know it was that big. Also, at Dunkin' Donuts.
Also, yeah, no, don't get anything from Dunkin' Donuts, okay? Like, I'm a supporter of business, but Dunkin' Donuts gets all their shit.
Well, see, somebody else said that, but I kind of disagree because I every time I've gone to Dunkin' Donuts, like, oh, my shit comes out perfect.
I think Dunkin' is completely
Preservatives.
stupid.
Fucking Josh, who are you?
Oh my God.
What'd you get?
For those of you that cannot see, I'm drinking out of a
Dunkin'
Dunkin'
cup.
Donuts cup.
or you can opt for your locally brewed and bottled. Smells like middle-aged spirit.
We came up with that ad on purpose.
That was an almost good segue until you started cracking up at the end.
Y'all, I'm not a serious person.
I'm not.
We gotta
I'm not
work.
a serious person. I
I
can't keep a
literally
straight
laugh
face.
at everything.
Me too.
We got to work on that segue. I don't. That's why I don't do the dad jokes anymore.
Ooh, let me do it. I have some.
We may do that for this one just for the hell of it.
I know.
Yeah, we can throw a couple dad
They
jokes
might
out
have
there.
to. This is also the second installment, the second episode of the Conspiracies, and we're gonna do little dibble dabble on Bigfoot, aka Sasquatch, or
AKA Yeti.
or if you're a big fan
Yeti.
of
That's his
Trailer
cousin.
Park Boys, Sam Squatch.
Sam Squatch.
I forgot that's what they call.
Sam Squatch.
Sam Squatch.
Hilarious.
Bring back
But
my kitty.
that's another one of those shows where like it was really fucking good at the beginning, then Netflix took it over and fucked it all up.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah. That's a whole nother episode.
Well, we got an ad, don't we? Josh, why don't you lead us into the next ad, buddy?
Sure.
Headlines.
Headlines coming at you with the next ad.
When I said I was not prepared, I was not prepared.
No, we got you, bro. We got you. Pfizer, however, does not. The pharmaceutical company behind one of the COVID-19 vaccines recalled certain lots of its high blood pressure medication for containing high levels of, nitrosamines. Nitrosamines.
Sounds like a fish.
Yeah, kind of. Whatever that is, which can lead to increased cancer risk. So that's reassuring for anybody who has taken any kind of vaccine, from Pfizer. So,
Pfizer.
yep, Pfizer. I think we did something on League City or not that long ago about their bike trails, man. League City Council is just killing it. They recently approved an ordinance change that will allow alcohol consumption at most city parks without a permit. Woo! Woo, yo!
Tell me you're alcoholics without telling me you're alcoholics. We'll go first.
We're moving to League City, everybody.
The ordinance change does not apply, however, to 3 local parks labeled as primarily for children. So, y'all better get your shit together.
Fuck them kids.
But fishing at the parks with some beer, barbecue with some beer, some wine, whatever, totally allowed. Let's go. Let's see. It's from my favorite state in the United States of America.
Just read it.
A Florida man. 20-year-old Florida man was filmed sexually assaulting his family dog with his tongue and his fingers. His name is Nick. Nick knowingly engaged in sexual contact with their family dog by using his tongue to lick the anus of the dog and his fingers to digitally touch the anus. He also recorded this video footage of the sexual contact. So that's a great thing happening in Florida right now, in case you wanted to know.
Florida man.
Leah Thomas, if you don't know, a transgender swimmer for the University of Pennsylvania, made history on last Thursday. Thomas won the Women's Division I National Championship in the 500-yard freestyle, becoming the first known transgender athlete to win a Division I title. And we are going to be discussing that later on in the episode. So that's just a crazy topic that I think needs to be discussed. So we're going to do it. Also, did y'all happen to catch a glimpse of the red streak of light visible to Houston and the surrounding areas
I
last
know
night?
Con did.
Did you?
I didn't see it, but I did see it plastered all over everything on
yes.
everywhere.
I was
Apparently
so
it was
jealous.
Also overseas as well. It wasn't just here.
See,
Was it overseas? I thought it was just in Louisiana they
no,
could see it.
it was overseas.
It was also over here in League City.
Yeah.
See, yeah. So one viewer claimed to submit a photo from Louisiana, so that's crazy. Although personally, I thought it was clearly Winifred Sanderson's spell book, the beacon. When someone opened up her spell book, that's clearly what happened here.
What's that thing from Lord of the Rings? The thing with the eye?
That's Sauron.
Sauron.
It's Sauron. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Totally
it's
the
the thing.
spell
It's the
book.
thing.
Fucking
Con
nerd.
has no idea what it is.
Nope.
On the next conspiracies,
Yeah, but they're saying that
Lord of the
all
Rings
reasonable
real.
signs point to flaring in either Baytown or Deer Park. So,
I thought it was a flare in Beaumont.
Beaumont.
yeah, I don't know.
Don't try and fancy that up.
Chief Meteorologist Travis Herzog with Channel 13 News actually had some scientific insight to offer. He says this type of vertically stretched reflection is called a light pillar, and it is caused by ice crystals in the clouds. They're rare to see around here, but the air aloft, great word, is exceptionally cold because of the powerful storm system that brought severe weather, to our region the past couple of days. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
I think they're
And
trying to cover up. It's a glitch in the Matrix.
Oh, do we have to go over that again?
aliens-
Yeah, we can.
Aliens.
okay.
I wasn't here last time.
Oh,
so.
okay. We can do
definitely
that.
real.
It was a beacon for the Sasquatch. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Oh.
I I win.
You got sports to do.
Oh.
You ain't done yet.
No, I already read that one. I skipped around.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, she skipped.
Oh, you did, didn't you? Well,
did.
I thought I was doing good and reading along, and no, I wasn't paying attention.
Failed.
Nope. Fail.
Oh, God.
All right, now we can say, Con, that those were headlines.
Those were headlines. Josh, play an ad.
Those were headlines brought to you by Upscale Roofing. And here is your ad.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning into the show. Real quick, something special has happened. Now, last season I told you all about how Larry Showalter of L&M Roofing is the consummate professional, offers you service with a smile, treats you like family, and gives back to his community. Well, guess what? Larry has teamed up with our man Stephen Terry and his family, and they have created a dyad in the force. L&M Roofing is now Upscale Roofing, and it is the premier roofing company in the state of Texas. If I'm lying, I'm dying. I believe in these guys that much. Sponsorship be damned. I know these guys personally, and I know how much it means to them to provide the best experience when dealing with issues with your roof, issues you may not even know you have. So how about you call Upscale Roofing today and schedule your free roof inspection? The number to call is 281-930-7368. That's 281-930-7368. Tell Larry, Steven, and the guys that Nick from Smells Like Middle-Aged Spirit podcast sent you. Upscale Roofing, our quality is through the roof.
And now, I spoke way too earlier, and I probably look like a jackass. It's Sasquatch
You don't have to
time.
speak early to look like a jackass, Con.
Well, you know what? Shut up. You're out of the band. We're going to talk about Josh's uncle, old Bigfoot, old Sasquatch,
Old Sasquatch.
the old Yeti man, Sam Squatch.
Sam Squatch.
Sam Squatch.
I gotta say it every time.
Yeah. Anyways,
I think we need to start with.
start with what?
I think we need to start with. Is Bigfoot real?
No, yeah, he's definitely real. I'm going to tell you why.
Aliens.
I need to get that dude's hair.
You really do.
Then you can't wear hats anymore.
Kind of.
I like your hair. Nope.
Sasquatch.
Now you're looking like a Nick Carter.
Nick Carter. Oh, no, you
boy band.
suck. By the way, Nick has a big old head. These headphones do not fit me at all. Anyways, we're going to talk about Sasquatch. And Sasquatch is one of my most favorite. If you don't know me, I'm a huge fan of, like, I even have a Sasquatch sticker on the back of my SUV.
You had an awesome shirt that you wear, too.
Yeah, actually, that's
You should have been wearing your Sasquatch shirt.
It's Sax.
Sasquatch, he's a real guy.
Plays the sax.
There is a guy who dresses up as Sasquatch, and he plays a saxophone. You should find him on Facebook.
Oh, that guy.
He's amazing. He plays like he just does cover songs, but he's really good.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, so no, I've always been interested in Sasquatch since hell I was like a teenager, and one of the things that bothered me most about the conspiracy of Sasquatch is when, like, every time you see a video of Sasquatch, it's always like the most blurriest video.
Super grainy and
It's like-
out of focus.
And one of the arguments that I really hate and why. So you have the original video, which I can't remember. Josh, can you pull up where the original video came from
I sure
of
can.
Sasquatch?
That black and white one.
No, not it's in color, but it's from like the 60s.
Yeah, and that the whole famous where he turns and looks
Yeah.
while he's
Yeah.
walking.
Yeah, and he looks back.
That was going to be. Let me bring that up right now.
This should have been my job, but I had like zero time to compile all this shit. So I told everybody we're gonna do this on the fly. So have fun, buckle up, boys and girls.
This is fun.
Everybody's argument as to why Sasquatch isn't real is because of that one video, and because they say that, well, you can't see him, like, it's so fuzzy. Well, of course you can't see him because the video was made in the 60s for one.
Yeah, have you
He
seen
didn't
any
wanna
other
be
videos?
seen, that's why.
And like the zoom power wasn't very good back then.
He's the ultimate introvert.
For real.
He is.
Yeah.
He's the hide and go seek champ.
All right. So that is
Now, are they
considered-
all he's, or should we be saying she's? You
I
know,
believe.
the
Well,
feminist movement, man.
There has to be two, because otherwise you can't have more.
Oh yeah.
So
Yep,
there's
yep.
definitely a he and a she, and
So-
there's. Go ahead, Josh.
I was going to tell you the name of the video is the Patterson Gimlin film.
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
and that was
Patterson.
filmed in North America, and that was filmed in
I feel like it was in Washington or some shit
Yeah.
like that.
Northern California.
I was gonna say Cali.
And at this time, it still has not been debunked. They're not able to figure out what it is. Let me get the year here. I believe it says.
Well, Josh, while you're looking for that year, so a British explorer, David Thompson, is sometimes credited with the first discovery in 1811 of a set of Sasquatch footprints.
1811.
1811.
Wow, damn.
And hundreds of alleged prints have been adduced since then. I almost messed up that word. Visual sightings and even alleged photographs and filmings notable by Roger Patterson at Bluff Creek, California in 1967. Josh, gotcha, boo.
1967.
October 20th.
Have also have also contributed to the legend, though none of the purported evidence has been verified.
See, I think that very first video is really hard to debunk, just like from the way that it walks. It doesn't walk like a person. And even if you tried to replicate that, I don't even, lumbering swagger, like it would be really hard to do.
Really long strides, like arm strides, where like they stretch all the way back.
Yeah, yeah.
Kind
And
of like he's swimming in the air.
It's called the Squatch Swag.
Is that really?
Hashtag squash
No,
squad.
no,
Yo, I made that
love it.
up.
I love it. Squatch.
Yeah.
Squatch Swag.
Did you make that up? Was that already a thing?
I will Google it.
No, don't Google
I
it.
thought it was a thing. You made it up.
I literally just made it up on the.
We're gonna okay.
We need
yeah, yeah.
Squatch swag for conspiracies.
There we go.
New merch idea.
Yep.
But it's you.
But it's
It's
you
being
as
Sasquatch.
Bigfoot.
Yes.
We're
yes.
gonna put your head on Bigfoot's body with a saxophone and a beard, and it's gonna say "Sax Swag."
And it has to wear a hat though.
Sex
with a
swag.
flap
I want to
bill
be
turned
made
up.
into a Sasquatch cartoon.
Let's do
If
it.
only we knew somebody that
Knew a
could
really great
definitely
artist
draw
and-
it.
It's not me.
Designer.
No shit.
There's two people on this show that are good at designing stuff.
I gotta be fucking hammered to fucking draw.
Well, let's get you a case of beer and let's knock out a Sasquatch
Yeah,
photo.
that shouldn't be too hard.
But then I get like
contest
the
between you and Naomi, where you
We
have
need to
your
do a
straw and the-
Pictionary on this show. Like that would be fun.
Ooh, that would be cool.
All right, back to the squatching.
When I get to fiddling, I take my Ritalin because I'm popping and Sailor Man. Josh, how big is Shaq's foot?
How big is
Are you
Shaq's
trying to say
foot?
that
Yeah.
Shaq is Sasquatch?
I really want
We
to
need
compare sizes.
comparison.
You got me all on the computer today.
Well, yeah.
He putting you to work.
I mean, I have this tiny ass little bitty baby.
His shoe size is size 23.
What?
23.
Is that? S-
Shaq is Bigfoot.
And thank you for listening to the Smells Like Middle Spirit podcast.
Have a good night.
We solved it, guys.
Because this says here footprints have been measured up to 24 inches
See, that's crazy.
But
and
does that
8
still-
inches in width.
But does that still look up the sizing for a size 23? Because size 23.
Like, how
doesn't
many
mean, like-
inches is that?
yeah.
It's 23 inches.
And
23 inches.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Just making sure.
Is that what that means?
So
Yeah.
is it true if you have big feet?
No.
So my feet are 8.5 inches long.
And you have an 8-inch dick.
It's
But you know what
impressive
big-
'cause
you
most
know what
men
big
can't
feet
say
mean.
that. So.
Big wieners.
I'm just, no.
Size
Big shoes?
23
Oh, it's all false. That's all bullshit. Sorry, ladies.
feet.
Oh, we know.
Yeah. We know.
We're not stupid.
What you looking up, Josh?
I don't think that's right.
What is it?
I typed in size 23 feet in inches, and it gave me 276 inches. I don't think that's right.
That's Bigfoot size.
I do believe that as far as men's sizes go, I think they're actual inches when they measure shoe size.
So that would. So what
Probably
size do you
especially
wear
when you
in
get up there.
men's?
I don't know.
So what you said you wear 8.5 in women's?
Yeah, so maybe
Then
like
you,
a 6 men's.
You wear a 6.5 in men's.
Okay.
Because
okay.
the sizes are in women's are 2 over. Because I wear a 10 in women's, so I actually wear an 8 in men's.
Okay. Okay. My son and I have the same size feet now.
It's 9 and 1/16 inches.
It's 23.
Is it 20?
size 23?
That's apparently what this says.
So Shaq is not Bigfoot, but he's closely related.
I believe.
I don't believe that.
And
I'm
so-
completely
I,
winging this.
I believe I wear a size 12, and that's not.
I got a bigger foot than you.
Who has a ruler?
Not
Oh
that
my
that matters.
God! I was about to say, y'all want to bust out the ruler right now?
We're gonna
Jesus.
do a measuring party.
Yeah. I
On the
don't.
next
I'm,
commercial
I
break,
am,
we'll do it.
Yeah, no, I'm not looking at
Lay it
the.
out there.
I'm leaving for the measuring party.
Why? The name of our
speak that
episode
thing
is
for fun.
literally Hangin and Swangin. We have to. What did you think that part was about?
Oh man.
This was all predetermined.
And you know what's crazy about those prints that they found? They did the plaster pores, and they have like the lines and like these natural like ridges and wrinkles that you get. That cannot be replicated, and especially some of the plaster pores that they found like in the 60s and the 70s, or the pores that they did off of footprints that they found. They didn't find the pores, obviously, but that kind of stuff was really only used by like Hollywood back then, if you were lucky. And so that is, I mean, I find that quite compelling already, just first evidence.
Yeah, no. So I've seen the pictures of the plaster feet as well, and they don't look like human feet.
No.
So one of the conspiracy things that I looked up for this was that saying that a DNA test proved that Bigfoot is part human hybrid and it deserves a U.S. citizenship. But it says Texas
Amen,
veterinarian
sister.
Melba S. Ketchum, with like Ash Ketchum, claimed last November to have proved via a Sasquatch DNA sample that the legendary apes are partially human. She even went so far as to insist that the government recognizes them as an indigenous people and immediately protect their human and constitutional rights.
So that I have some theories about that as well.
I mean, he
so
was born in the U.S., so he should be an American citizen.
so like, are these like? Shut up, Con.
that was me. I influenced that.
USA.
Put them on
So,
the flag.
Is it like, do you think they're more human, like just humans, like the like Homo sapiens that kind of took a different evolutionary track?
I think
and they just
so.
kind of like stayed hidden for so long, and like that's their.
See, I
their
think they're
jam?
part of the indigenous culture because there's so much in like the indigenous culture of. Oh my God, that was loud. Did you hear that?
And that's brought to you by
What-
Deer
Deer
Park,
Park,
Texas.
Texas.
Was that you, Beard?
Not this time.
Not this time,
But
but right now, it could be.
That was Sasquatch.
But the indigenous culture and like it's like for instance like Wendigos and whatnot, like
Yes.
you know that they could.
That is freaky.
That's
They
another.
are
One, that's
scary.
the next
Yeah.
one we're gonna do.
What's that?
Yes,
We're gonna do Wendigos.
Or maybe just an episode of Cryptids.
What's a
Yes.
Wendigo?
Oh my God, you
I don't know what a Wendigo is.
Sir.
Maybe I do. I just don't know. I know what
It's when they say that the four-legged is walking on two legs, and they take form of any kind of animal, any kind of shape, and also persons. They can
They're
they can
basically
mimic
like shit.
people.
They're skin crawlers.
Yeah, skin crawlers.
It's no.
Skinwalkers.
Skinwalkers.
Yes,
Yeah.
skinwalkers,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So we
Have you
call
ever
it-
seen
I
those
do
videos?
I do want to do an episode on skinwalkers.
All right, guys, let's
can
stick
do-
to
yeah.
Sasquatch for today. All right, all right.
But for
Hey.
instance, I do think that it could
Hey,
be
Mom.
some type of indigenous like animal.
Yes,
type.
and I think to that point, so something about indigenous people is you get to that classification by the use of tools.
Yes.
And a shelter, you know, and you actually see that in a lot of videos. It'll be in close proximity of a like shelter, and I forgot
Yeah.
what they call those structures that they build with like the logs and the sticks.
Hut?
They have a name.
It's
I forgot what it's called.
starts like a P, I think, but I don't remember.
I don't
I know
remember.
what you're talking about though.
But they'll also have like rock circles, things like that, and they have like their territory marked. And that is a higher intelligence sort of thinking. So that definitely leans towards the more indigenous people kind of a thing. Now, I mean, some people say like, yeah, I don't know, maybe it's a people in a gorilla hybrid. Maybe they got a little bit touchy feely like the Florida man.
I was just about to say, what's going to come out of that?
The
in
skunk
Florida?
ape is in Florida, you know.
yeah,
Yep.
it is.
And they've got so many.
I mean,
oh yeah.
oh yeah, they do, and it's he's considered a cryptid of the United States.
Yeah.
Or one of our cryptids, just like the Jersey Devil.
That's so cool. Mothman.
Mothman.
Yeah.
Mothman's big. He has his
Mothman.
own
Mothman's
freaking,
scary.
like, oh my God.
All right. We'll save the cryptid talk. He's getting excited over here, y'all.
Con just needs to make a podcast with just
I'm
conspiracies.
so proud of Naomi. She's like settling into like that assistant
Co-host. Co-host?
Co-host.
Yeah, there we go. That's what that is. Yeah.
Yeah, co-host.
Yeah.
She's settling right in there.
Various explanations have been suggested for sightings and to offer conjecture on what existing animal has been misidentified in supposed sightings of Bigfoot. Scientists typically attribute sightings either to hoaxes or to misidentification, fuck you scientists, of known animals in their tracks, particularly black bears.
Black bears, really?
Yeah, that's...
I don't
look
buy
nothing
that.
like that.
I don't buy that.
They do say that it was really a giant ground sloth, which was from like prehistoric times.
Yeah, but ground
Yeah, but
sloths were
Yeah, they're
like
massive.
12 feet
I would say
tall.
massive and ginormous, and it almost came out minormous.
Yeah,
Ginormous.
Like, girl.
I would say like those were like, yeah, they were like the size of elephants.
Yeah, and that's
So-
what it said over here, and I was like, I don't think that's true.
Once again,
he's not
science is
human.
wrong.
Absolutely, it is aliens, Con.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know, but somewhere down the line, a long time ago, I definitely think there was a split in the evolution of man/people hybrid. I don't know.
Ooh.
It's just crazy.
This this Bigfoot is really an alien.
So
I
just
wish we
like,
could play videos.
have y'all-
Con's head's about to explode.
Have y'all heard of
having an
the
aneurysm.
conspiracies of Bigfoots and UFOs?
Yes,
How they correlate so much. Like there'll be a really
Yep.
bright light in the woods.
and then he's seen.
Yes, and then
Or
all of a
it's
sudden
seen, yeah.
there's a Bigfoot. So I think the aliens are coming
dressing up
in
as
to no. I think not only do they check in on us, they're all definitely checking in on the cows across
yeah.
the country, and they're checking in on the big feet, Bigfoots, big feet.
I like Bigfoots and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny.
All right, that's probably
When a
my-
Bigfoot walks in with the itty bitty waist, you
The
get
big
strong.
thing
Oh.
strong.
all right. That was the best podcast karaoke.
I don't know. Wendy knocked it out of
do
the
it at
park
all.
last week.
Oh God.
I didn't watch that one.
Oh, she
Not yet. I will. I haven't watched it yet
She
though.
that's a
rapped. She
good
rapped Cardi B,
sacrilege.
and it was actually pretty great.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Like, white girls really love Cardi B.
that's not a conspiracy.
Megan Thee
Con.
Stallion's so much better, though, in my opinion, and she's a hometown girl.
So my
I don't like
Sasquatch.
Yep, squatching.
Squatch.
Squash.
I think Cardi B's Sasquatch.
I think that's.
I can't stand
Conspiracy
Cardi B.
confirmed.
I cannot stand Cardi B.
Well,
So
love
I
her
want to
hair.
know. So we've got all of this video footage, right? And there are a ton of videos, y'all. I mean, I am all about all this paranormal stuff, and there are a ton of videos. But why don't we have more DNA? Why don't we have an actual specimen? Like,
Well, here we go. After what the Huffington Post described as a 5-year study of purported Bigfoot. Hold on, I gotta catch my breath real quick.
okay, you can breathe in between.
Also known as
sentences.
Sasquatch.
You know that thing in
learned
between
that?
your eyes? You can use that to breathe.
I can't breathe through my nose right now.
It's also like
I'm
right
getting
on
over.
his mic.
I'm like I've been like I've had a cold. And been getting over it like yesterday. So
Bro,
like,
no one cares about your cold. What does that say?
okay, DNA samples. But prior to peer review of the work, DNA Diagnostics, a veterinary laboratory headed by veterinarian Melba Ketchum, issued a press release on November 24, 2012, claiming that they had found proof that the Sasquatch is a human relative that arose approximately 15,000 years ago as a hybrid cross of modern Homo sapiens. Homo
Yeah.
what? With an unknown primate species. Ketchum called for this to be recognized officially, saying that government at all levels must recognize them as indigenous people and immediately protect their human and constitutional rights
Wow.
against those who would see in their physical and cultural differences a license to hunt, trap, or kill them. That's right. We do not hunt Mr. Bigfoot.
So I have to interrupt
Can't
that
we just-
beautiful thing real quick. Your lovely significant other said that you are in trouble because you are not wearing your Sasquatch shirt.
I know. We just had this debate.
She literally just said, someone asked Christopher why she used your full name. She said Christopher.
Oh, you are
Christopher,
in trouble.
Why didn't you wear your Sasquatch shirt I bought you for tonight? Epic fail.
First of all-
you in a lot of trouble.
We're not allowed to use my full real name. Thank
Your
you.
government name?
My government name,
Curran's going to come after you now.
ma'am. That
Ma'am.
usually means I'm in deep shit. So
Excuse me, Christopher.
So weird to hear you call him Christopher.
that literally gives me chills up my spine.
Christopher, come to the office now.
Oh, you're bringing back flashbacks. The most well-known video. Were you about to say something, Naomi?
Nope.
You're doing the whole.
Because I'm trying to circle it back to the
Okay,
topic
good. The
at
most
hand.
well-known video of an alleged Bigfoot
Focus.
that Patterson Gimlin film was recorded October. Oh, we already went over that.
Yep.
Some marketed film has provided no supportive data of any scientific value, while others believe that the subject in the film is proof of an unrecognized hominid living in North America. Did you know there's been a Bigfoot sighting in the Sam Houston National Forest?
Yes.
can believe
have,
it.
have any of you ever been to the Sam Houston National Forest?
Yeah.
Now, do you know
Yes.
that's where the most people disappear are in national forests? No, thank you.
Yes. Yeah. And I mean that whole God damn, I already forgot her name. That's how fast news comes and goes. The chick,
Gabby Pito,
Yes.
Pito or whatever. Yeah,
whatever her name is,
Pito?
Gabby.
yeah. Petito.
Patio.
Gabby
Alright,
something.
One of those.
Potato.
And then they found like
Potato.
7 other bodies of missing
the
people or something
same
like that.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, I did
yes.
hear that. Yeah.
Yep.
Why
I
was
mean-
that dropped?
Yeah, that is in one part of one area.
yeah,
like that
one
is
section.
bad. So if that's going on, and we've got all these videos of Sasquatch, like how many are there? I hear that there's a video of a squatcher, a Bigfoot, or skunk ape, or a Yeti, or what have you, in like almost every state. I mean, so this is a very prolific cryptid. At this point, I don't even think you can call it.
Look at Naomi using
cryptid.
fancy words. Cryptid.
That's what he's considered.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
What's a cryptid?
I'm a cryptologist.
I'm gonna
Oh
smack
my
you.
God. Dude, we're about to school you on the
I
conspiracies.
failed school, so.
Lindsay, get his shit together.
Lindsay, come get your boy.
No, she teaches me a new word like once a week. I'm like,
Cool.
She'll say
word
something-
next week is cryptid, and it starts
I
with
forgot.
A C.
Yep.
I forgot. She said something the other day. I was like, is that a real word? She goes, yes. Actually, Josh, we were talking about you.
That's
But
not right.
it was good. It was good.
God, I hope it was.
It was good. I just we were talking about music.
We're talking about you. What?
Yeah, no. We were talking about music, and like we mentioned how like you listen to like a wide variety of music, and she called that something. I was like, "What the? Is that a real word? What does that even fucking mean?"
Lindsay,
And-
what is that word? I would love to
and
know
then-
what that is.
And then she explained it to me like, she goes, "You've never heard that word?" Like, no, I've never heard of that fucking word.
It's never been used in my vocabulary
Audiophile.
before.
No, it's
All right.
it's a big fancy word.
That is a fancy word.
I would have said like a musical enthusiast, but no, that's not what she said.
All right, we're getting off topic again.
So
Lindsay, drop that term in the chat.
Right. So a cryptid is
we
it's an
do.
animal such as Sasquatch or the Loch Ness monster that has been claimed to exist but never proven to exist.
Loch Ness monster is real.
And it says, contrary to popular belief, cryptids don't have to be supernatural, mythical, or even all that strange, though many popular creatures acquire these characteristics as the legends grow.
Yep.
That is what a cryptid is. So your werewolves, your Loch Ness monster, Sasquatch.
all the stuff that exists.
All the good stuff.
Any arguments against Sasquatch?
I don't,
Other than the
I
fact that we can't find like a real video of him.
I mean, there is a real video.
There's
It's called
tons
the,
of real
I mean,
Patterson
okay.
Gremlin
Okay.
film.
Let me walk that back.
Yeah, you might want to rock that.
Other than a high quality video of him. Any arguments against him? Like you really don't, other than the fact that we just can't find him.
No, so there are so many videos out there where with a lot of the same characteristics, and these are videos coming from complete different parts of the country.
Yeah.
But you're seeing these wooden stick structures. You're seeing these rock circles half the time.
Yeah.
You're seeing if you get too close, they see you before you see them, and they are throwing rocks at you. So they are giving off warning signs like, hey, man, you're in my territory. You're too
Fuck
close.
off, pal.
Back the fuck up. Get off my lawn, bro.
What
and
would
see, that also shows that they're intelligent as well.
But
Oh,
so
absolutely.
there's-
They don't want to come in contact with anybody.
Absolutely, but if they're all having these same characteristics, what does that say about them as a whole? Like, is there a community?
And
Is
it
there a
could be.
network? Do they travel? This is, I mean, I find
I don't
it very
think
fascinating.
I don't think that Sasquatch is a community. I think that they travel in
Like packs.
a pack, in a very very small pack, like maybe 4 or 5, like just mommy and daddy.
See,
and
I've never seen a video with more than one squatch though, so
Right.
that's
Because they don't wanna
that's
be fucked with.
interesting.
You know why? It's the deer. It's the deer.
I was gonna
method.
just say the deer effect. I bet you that's exactly what it is.
Oh, what's that?
So
I don't know what that
Okay.
is.
So if you didn't
Yeah.
know this, if you didn't know this,
I did not know
anytime
this.
you hit a deer, 9 times out of 10, it is a doe For those who don't know what a doe is
a
a
female
female
deer.
doe. A
Female
deer.
doe.
Female doe. So the idea is the buck will actually send the female first into new territory.
Not a
That
boy.
sounds like a guy.
That's exactly.
Right?
You know what? More men need to be like bucks.
So they send them into new territories first.
Careful, sir. You were here with two women
Okay,
at the table.
we got this. We got this. Yeah, he's
And
not.
if something happens, the buck
Chocolate
turns
comes
around and leaves. So basically,
much should
they
be done.
use the females to see if anything's dangerous, and then if there is, they leave.
But
the
also,
reason that
deer
is,
travel in more than just like 4 or 5. They travel in big.
Yeah,
numbers.
I've
yeah.
seen
Yeah.
like a
and
big.
the reason the buck does that is because if he were to die, the lineage dies. If the female dies,
There's another
there's
female.
another
the
female.
lineage.
Amen, brother.
Lineage, yeah.
Whatever.
Do you love Josh's
Lineage.
Oh yeah.
What did I say?
vocabulary? You said lineage. It's lineage.
Lineage.
The lineage.
There you
it
go.
will
Now
be
you sound
severed.
so much
still
more
fucked it
smarter
up.
there.
The lineage will be severed from that family.
Okay,
If.
no, that still doesn't make sense, but we're just gonna go with that. Okay.
Lineage will be
The,
severed.
the lineage will be severed.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
Cut off.
Yep.
If
Yep.
Bigfoot had a language, what kind of an accent would he have?
Oh,
All right.
Would it be like a Southern accent? Would it be like a Boston accent?
I think it would be very proper.
I feel like it would be
I
a.
want it to be like.
I feel like it would be
hello.
like Morgan Freeman. Like, I can't. I can't.
We need
even
Nick
try
here
to
for
do
his
that.
Morgan Freeman
Yeah,
accent.
I can't do. I can't do voices.
Impersonation. I think it'd be like Boston. Like, let's hop in the car.
Let's go get your
Some-
cockies.
Didn't they?
Yeah.
Didn't they do that in Tenacious D? Whenever he
I haven't seen that movie in forever.
Oh, it's
They get
whenever
high
he's
with
like.
Sasquatch,
he's
so we're
like-
still on point.
Yeah.
Keep going.
He's
Okay,
tripping balls, and,
I'll
he
allow
meets him, and he talks like he's from like Boston or something.
Boston.
Also, Lindsay said the word was eclectic.
Eclectic.
That's what it is.
Oh, that's such a pretty word.
It is.
Oh my god.
Thank you, Lindsay, for opening our mind to more words. I've heard that before, but I guess I never remember it because it's just weird.
Y'all are
Eclectic.
Y'all are so.
Did I say
funny.
that right?
All right.
Eclectic?
Well, you know we just keep
When he's
y'all
saying
around
it, he's
just for
Scottish.
humor, okay?
So Bigfoot has a demonstrable. I did not say that word. Yeah, I did. Demonstrable impact in popular culture, and has been compared to Michael Jordan as a cultural icon. In 2018, Smithsonian Magazine declared interest in the existence of the creature is at an all-time high, according to a poll taken in May 2020. About 1 in 10 American adults believe that Bigfoot is a real animal. It's not an animal;
Yeah.
it's a human.
So
He is a being.
Yeah.
The creature has inspired the naming of a medical company, music festivals, sports mascots, amusement parks, monster trucks, a Marvel comic superhero. I don't know who that one
What?
is. Yeah, we'll have to look that one up. And more.
Do some Googling, Josh.
October 20th,
Yes.
the anniversary of the Patterson-Gimlin film recording is considered to be some as a National Sasquatch Awareness Day. Josh, write that down.
What day is that?
October 20th.
Ooh, I love it. I love the month.
Like
Are
he
we
said, write
recording
that down,
October
but you-
20th? I could write that down.
There's a pen right there in front of
We're
you.
going to take some notes. October 20th.
And you can look at it later like, what the fuck is that?
yeah.
Let me see if we're recording that day.
Yeah.
What day is that?
October
That's
20th.
next season. We don't have that yet.
That's next season.
National
Nick already has it.
Sasquatch Day. Laws and ordinances exist regarding killing a Bigfoot, specifically in the state of Washington.
How dare
In 1969, Skamania County, a law was passed making killing a Bigfoot punishable by a felony
Scandinavian?
conviction,
As they should. It should be
resulting in
murder.
a monetary fine of up to $10,000 or 5 years imprisonment.
I don't want to kill one. I just want like
I want to meet him.
I want to. I
But
just want proof.
But in 1984, that law was amended to a misdemeanor, and the entire county was declared a Sasquatch refuge.
Huh.
But it's a misdemeanor?
There's your fun fact of the day.
All right. All right.
Come to Texas. We won't hurt you.
You were talking about the Sasquatch, what you thought a Sasquatch voice would sound like.
It was.
But have you heard?
I thought we've all agreed it was Bostonian.
Okay. Boston. Got
Boston.
it. Boston.
Khakis.
Do they have them Sasquatch in Boston? I can't
You
fucking
got a
do it.
Sasquatch?
Yo, this is why I don't do voices.
shit.
I can't do voices. Okay.
No.
We're going to scratch that. We're going to
That
scratch
was right on, Naomi. That was right on. That was a good job. Josh, you saved that, right? You saved that?
But have you heard
like how you turn to
their
Boomhauer every once in a while.
howls in some of these videos.
Oh my god.
They are hair raising. Like I watch these on TV or on the internet, and I'm just like, holy shit! That
I don't think
terrifying.
those are Sasquatch. I think those are Wendigos, in my opinion.
See,
which are fucking
look,
terrifying.
I'm getting the chills.
We're gonna have it.
We had. I hate to go away from Sasquatch, but there
No,
was
you're
one
good.
time where we were living over by. Shut the fuck up, Josh. We were living over off of El Camino in our apartments, and my friend Megan and I, we were working really late on doing like wedding shit, and we lived on the second story, but we were the first like floor or whatever, and we would keep our sliding door open for Rocket, our dog, and we were just talking, conversing, whatever. And we had it open. All of a sudden, we hear like these loud, like almost like coyote yells, but it wasn't a coyote.
Something
That's what
like
we
that.
heard. Josh's ass, all the way from fucking Houston. I'm like, what is that? But we heard like loud ass like coyote yelps and like screams, and it was. We got so scared that we closed our door, and then like we stayed away from our living room, and we went to go hide because we were terrified.
I have a scary story. Oh, okay.
Is it about Sasquatch?
No,
or
it's not.
cryptid?
I love spooky stories.
Is it about a cold?
No,
Okay.
but it is. Has anybody ever seen the movie Signs?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So at my old
Fucking
house
hate that movie.
on in the
Love that
port,
movie.
It scares the shit out of me.
one night our fire alarm started going off randomly. Right. So
Did you cause the fire alarm? to go
No,
off?
no. So I was like, that's really fucking weird. Which sometimes they do that if your battery's dying, right? And so I took the battery out. Which, by the way, like some of these fire detectors, like the batteries, are way too stupid hard to get out.
Yep.
Like
And they won't shut up. As
it
you're
was
trying
really
to get it out,
impossible. So I ended up actually like cracking the back open to get it off, and
Cracking the back off.
yeah, I cracked the back open. Anyways,
Cracking the
and
back.
So
Cracking the back.
I put it back. I put it back on the wall. And what was really weird about this was that
Slap at the base.
it was in my son's bedroom,
Oh,
and so
do you have a whole bunch of water bottles?
like 20 minutes, like 20, I started to get some water bottles. Swear to God. About 20 minutes later, the fire alarm, the fire detector goes off again.
Oh,
It's like,
hell no.
what in the fuck, man? So I took it off the wall, and I think I hit it with a hammer. Swear to God.
That is a
swear.
very Chris Conn thing to do.
That's
Like,
a very-
I agree. I can see him doing this.
And then okay, so I break the fire detector right with a hammer. And then I heard something, I heard voices outside of his bedroom window. And so I was like,
that was a long.
Why'd you
pause.
get so
what
quiet?
the fuck? I'm trying not to like burp in the microphone.
Yeah, I already got called out by Dad.
Actually, it was Whitney.
Oh.
Nick's driving. Anyway, go ahead.
Anyways, so I hear these voices, they're very faint voices. I'm like, what in the fuck was that? Like, this is all within like an hour time frame, right? And so I run to my son's bedroom and I look out the fucking window, like, is there anything there? So then signs came to my mind, so I'll walk outside and I'm checking the roof of my house
That's
to
how you
see
die in this
to
scary
see if I have like a flashlight and
Hell
shit.
no.
I'm like hiding behind the bush, like.
And if it starts to flicker, you run. You're dead.
Oh, that sounds just like them too.
I couldn't tell which one that was though.
Who was it?
Were you doing it too?
It was,
I don't know. We'll never know.
I was doing it too.
I saw you, but then I heard it over there when you weren't moving your mouth. I was like, what the fuck? That movie scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. But I love it though.
Yeah, no, that's a good movie. I like him.
Sasquatch?
Yeah, I like him too. I don't think he's scary.
Yeah, I want. You go camping a lot. Have you ever come across Sasquatch evidence?
There was one
Surprised you
time.
haven't.
So I backpack a lot, so that's where backpacking is where you go on these hikes, and with
The
like
backpack?
with your backpack and your
I know.
tent and shit like that.
Thanks for explaining that.
I
was wondering what that was.
So,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
anyways, well, like some of the places I go to, like I can be like the only person there, or maybe there's like someone else, but they're like 100 feet away.
Oh, we love Lindsay in the comments.
And
by the way.
is she talking shit?
Yeah, she is.
She
anyway.
says you're lying because you have horrible hearing.
He didn't hear faint. And then she said he didn't hear faint nothing. I love her.
We love you, Lindsay.
Can we ban her?
No, we're gonna do a female takeover
have-
on one of the episodes, and it's just gonna be the ladies here, and
I
it's
will
gonna be a lot of
identify
fun.
as a female that episode.
That's gonna be awful. But I have
Yeah,
heard
we
like
need you.
Yeah,
You will be the only one allowed.
I will dress him up as a woman. He can do
Let's
it in drag.
do it.
We can do it in drag.
You sound way too excited for that.
I'm excited.
So?
I've dressed in drag before.
That doesn't
I bet
surprise
you have.
us. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
Okay, time out.
Skirt,
Is there a photo of
fishnet.
this?
There is actually, but I can't.
Lindsay?
I can't
Lindsay,
remember.
if you can hear
Lindsay
me now,
doesn't have them. This was like
Lindsay, we need you to
Who
find
has
high
them?
school. This was in high school.
Who has them?
I don't remember.
Lindsay, I need you to do some research. I need you to find these drag racing of.
drag racing.
Like, I have like makeup on and everything.
Oh,
and then we can take all down the rumors.
Lindsay's saying yes to it all. So,
Anyways, I've never heard like Sasquatch, but I have heard like other than coyotes. I have had some like push up against my tent one time, which really scared the fuck out
yeah,
of me.
no,
Like,
my God.
that's scary.
Like,
I
I could hear like rustling up against my tent because like, in a one person tent, you have like this much space. Like,
Right.
the walls like right here. So you hear something like on the side going,
yeah.
you
no,
once
I'm
wore a
good.
fishnet shirt?
yeah, I did.
Oh.
My mom cut that up.
Lindsay, do you still have a picture of that?
No, this was way before Lindsay's
That's
time.
hot. Were you at Numbers?
No, I was at high
Were
school.
you wearing eyeliner?
You wore a fishnet shirt to high school?
freshman year?
Were you wearing eyeliner as
DP
well?
or
I did wear
LP?
eyeliner.
Ooh.
Did you go to DP or LP?
DP.
Deer Park.
Oh, that's why.
So,
Don't worry.
What?
One of the best pictures of Conn isn't even in drag. It's when he has his mohawk and the tightest jeans I've ever seen any
Oh, I've
man
seen that one.
in my life.
Some sexy ass legs, weren't they?
They look like they look. Hang on, let me get this out.
Chicken legs? I've heard it.
Do you know those? Do you know those little ham rolls you can get like finger food? It looks like that with two toothpicks. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, I was skinny, dude. I was tiny.
just walking across.
With my moose knuckle.
It was an elephant knuckle. What the hell are you talking about?
oh, yo.
Okay.
That about
anyway.
wraps it up on the on Sam Squatch topic. I hope everybody enjoyed it. I'm very sorry.
Wait. I have a couple funny.
Do you?
Yes.
You have Sasquatch jokes?
I told Josh about it earlier, and he was just like, "What?"
Oh no, yeah, she has some good ones.
Hold on, let me find it again.
No rush.
Oh, apparently Sasquatches appear in the Bible.
He does?
Apparently, it says a few modern creationists have argued that the giants briefly mentioned in the book of Genesis were actually early Bigfeet. I thought those were dinosaurs.
I'm gonna have to read the Bible.
Don't look at me like that. I'm not religious in any way. Also, 10% of Sasquatches might be gay.
What?
Cryptozoologist
What was that
Warren
again?
Coleman.
You said what?
Oh, 10% of Sasquatches might be gay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, he just wanted to drop it.
Yeah. I was like, why?
That's Josh's
So it says-
favorite drop.
Right.
my
Cryptozoologist Lauren Coleman recalls having once lightheartedly wondered aloud if 10% of the Bigfoot population matching the figures we have on Homo sapiens might be gay. That was a lot.
You don't gotta breathe when you talking.
It's like we all forget
And then
to
it
breathe.
says days later, he was shocked to discover a slew of angry emails denouncing him for calling Bigfoot a homosexual.
Jesus. I mean, I think probably any living being could
Be gay?
You know, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, or
and
experiment.
They even have
We've all
that
been there,
in-
right,
in
Josh?
normal stuff,
No,
like or
no,
with,
we have
with
not been there.
animals and whatnot.
Oh,
The
just kidding.
funniest one was Sasquatches occasionally sodomize domestic cows
Oh,
for fun.
People sodomize cows?
So apparently
I
we
don't know,
have
do
our
they?
next drop. Apparently Nick is already saying that we're going to find the drop where it says, "I got to read the Bible," and it's going to be.
yeah. I think that one will be probably our most used one.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think there's just a ton of evidence, obviously, supporting that Sasquatch or Bigfoot does exist.
Big feet,
Yeah.
hanging and swanging.
Yeah. So, I don't know. They all say they're super smelly, and I don't know. That's gross.
Oh, and apparently the government secretly removed burnt Sasquatch corpses from Mount St. Helens after the 1980 eruption.
What?
That's true. That's 100% true.
Oh, yeah? You were there?
Yep.
I saw that. Yep.
That's
I recorded it, but you can't see it because it's so grainy.
Back in the 1980s.
Oh. Oh man.
That wraps it up.
There we go. Yeah.
On the Sasquatch subject. I want to apologize to everybody right now. I did not come fully prepared for this segment. That's my bad. It's been a very busy, hellacious week, and last week I was out of town, so I wasn't exactly able to make a whole lot of preparations. But I appreciate Naomi, Josh, and Kay for pitching in. Like, I really, really appreciate y'all bailing my ass out on this one. You know,
I was so excited though.
You just it's silence. Yes, you just let it go. Let it go. We're your team. We got your back.
I will put up another Facebook poll on the Spirit Sniffer Facebook page on what our next conspiracy theory should be about. Bigfoot was number one. I had like 2 or 3 other ones on there, which I thought were very interesting. But including is Prince Charles a vampire?
I think that should be the next one. I've never heard that one, and when you said it, I was like, "Yeah, he definitely is." Like, I didn't even.
Have you seen him?
And what about Cher? I mean, is she not a vampire?
No, she's a vampire.
That's
Yeah,
a whole
definitely.
plastic
Cher
surgery.
is an icon.
That woman does not age at
She
all.
does not.
Plastic
Hey,
surgery
I-
does wonders.
Elvira.
I want to be a vampire. So I mean, just hook me up with a
Cher is the
vampire.
almighty.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So before we hit up our next segment, I think Naomi has some things that she wants to get off her chest. So, but before we get into that, we gotta play a ad from our awesome sponsor, Good for Dudes.
What's up, guys? It's Nick Stevenson again. Fellas, this time I'm talking specifically to you, and I want you to know it's okay. You don't have to be embarrassed. I know you want your skin to look good. Now, you haven't been taking care of your skin for years, and now every time you go to the coffee shop, they're offering you the senior discount. Now, maybe you've wanted to take care of your skin, but you just don't want to shop for products where your wife or your girlfriend gets her stuff. Well, fellas, why not just get your own stuff? All you got to do is go to goodfordudes.com. That's good, the number 4, dudes.com. That's right. Good for Dudes offers a skincare product that is designed for men. Best part is, it can be shipped right to your house, fast and easy. You want something to help prevent signs of aging like wrinkles and dark spots? Try WTF. What's that? Simple. It just means wear on the face. After washing your face in the morning, apply WTF. After showering in the evening, apply WTF. If you've already got signs of aging, it's cool because this product will minimize those. And there's so much more. Just go see for yourself at goodfordudes.com. Once again, good, the number 4, dudes, DUDES.com. You want a promo code? Sure. Use the initials to this show, SLMAS, Smell Like Middle-Aged Spirit, and you'll get 10% off your order. What are you waiting for, Gramps? I mean, buddy, it's okay, guys. If you want to take care of your skin, just get your own stuff at goodfordudes.com.
All right. So, unless you've been living under a rock, you have definitely heard about the transgender swimmer who was born as a biological male and then competed in the women's swim sport and just, I'm not going to say dominated, but I mean, she dominated.
It's a he.
She.
Yeah, no, it's a she. So I have,
Is this pecker still there?
I
No,
am
it's
all
not.
about.
I've seen him in the tight. It's not. Yeah, okay.
All right. Yeah, well, I'm all about.
This is going to be where we get
transgender
canceled.
rights,
This is our cancel episode.
Yeah. So I'm also going to play devil's advocate on this. I'm going to say arguments, for and against. First off,
Which, before I don't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine.
Which I think is the best way to approach this kind of topics, especially in the world that we live in.
yeah, I think
You
it's
have
the best way
play
to
both
approach
sides.
any topic.
Yes,
you
absolutely.
should be open to
Right.
both sides. So obviously we're going to talk about the obvious side. How do y'all feel about a biological male who now identifies as a woman competing in women's sports? How do y'all feel about that?
So here's the deal with that. It's scientifically proven that males have, the best way to put it, more better abilities at certain things than females do, i.e., males are stronger than women are. Like,
Generally speaking,
Yes.
like, yeah, generally speaking. And so males are often faster, stronger, and they can do
maybe have higher endurance.
as far as like physical,
Sometimes, maybe in sports.
as far as like physical abilities,
Wow.
males generally dominate these things, and it's a scientifically proven deal. Like it's in our DNA, so you can't take your DNA away.
Yeah, I agree.
I am so against transgendered men going into a female sport. Also, let me ask you this: how come you don't see females doing that into a male-dominated sport?
Because they would still have the disadvantage.
Exactly.
It's a completely unlevel playing field. Honestly, it doesn't make sense. You can't say. I don't know. Where do you draw the line? But
You draw the line in your DNA of what you really are.
Yeah.
Like just because you got your dick cut off and you've got tits implanted doesn't mean it's okay for you to go into women's swim races, whatever the fuck you call it.
Yeah. So I have this conversation with my husband all the time. Like I'm an independent female, and I can do anything. If you can do it, I can do it, and I feel strongly about that. But I also feel strongly that there are certain things that women cannot do. Men will always be biologically stronger, generally speaking, than the average woman. Like, it's just how they're built. They can put on that mass. If you're a woman and you want to put on that much muscle mass, you would have to take so many hormones,
like testosterone
yes,
pills and
yes,
PEDs and
everything, and you still aren't going to be
for a woman to get onto a man's level, she has to go through some work.
You would basically become a man. So that's kind
and
of.
I feel like
what
for
we're
a
talking
man
about
to
here.
go into a female sport, he doesn't have to do much.
Yeah, I think so.
Hit up the gym, stay in shape. That's all he has to do.
Yeah.
So that's really when you ask where do you draw the line on this, it's your physical DNA, not what you say you are, but what your DNA says.
Yeah.
And it really does bother me when these I don't know if the Olympics are allowing it yet. I know there's been talks that they were going to allow it. But when we're talking about professional sports, i.e., swimming, it's because it's the main topic. But I do know, I think there's one in weightlifting too.
Yeah.
And women's weightlifting, and he beat out all the women.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
I want to say there's a gymnast, but I mean, I'm not big. I don't know a bunch of sports facts off the top of my head. So regardless of who's competing.
The other thing that drives me crazy, what's going through her mind? I don't know. Whatever. I'm trying very hard not to sound ignorant.
You have to be respectful,
Yeah.
but
I don't have to be respectable to somebody who fucking gets his dick cut off and decides he can play women's sports and then win because he has an advantage.
But
Tell me how you feel.
won,
And
or
there's our
she. I'm
con.
sorry. She won only one thing out of multiple things, or I don't know what they call it,
Yeah.
but she only won one race out of multiple races.
Yeah.
So I think how the media is portraying it is really unfair to her
I agree with that.
because it's a topic of debate. It's a topic of society for us to be split, and it also takes away from what's really honestly more important is still the war that's potentially still happening.
Yeah.
Do you think that they're
Yeah.
doing it on purpose to keep us split and to keep
Yes.
what?
yes,
Yeah.
100%.
Absolutely.
Just like any other media story,
Because
as long as they keep us twirling around and
Because
fighting each
I
other,
didn't know.
That's what it is.
I didn't know that there were multiple races or multiple.
it's
I
like
don't know.
it's like I don't know what they call it, but I want to say multiple classes in swimming, but she just won one, and necessarily and if you look at her times, she didn't dominate.
Right.
She
Yeah.
won by points.
That's why I say she didn't.
yeah,
dominate.
and that's why
Yeah.
I was glad you said that because the media is saying, "Oh, she dominated this," and so what? And what do people look at? They just look at that one article.
headline.
Yeah.
They look at the
Yeah.
headline.
They
They don't
did-
go look into
they
it.
did exactly
they
what
see
I
the
did.
photo with this domineering, individual, and
Yeah.
then these three smaller girls huddled together.
So we
but-
have a caller coming in
Is it Nick?
Probably.
that called me earlier. So let me intro them in.
If it's
You're
Nick,
now live with the Smells Like Middle Aged Spirit podcast Spirit Line.
Hello,
Can you hear
caller.
us?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Wow.
Oh, it
There
is
he
Nick.
is.
Hey, Nick, how you doing, man?
Hey,
How's it
friend.
going? This is,
How you doing,
long-time- We're long-time listeners. This is our first time calling together. Love the
Right.
show.
Right.
Love the show. Love the show.
Nick is getting a first-hand experience of watching. Usually, of
Yeah,
course,
she's good to go while y'all are talking, so y'all know.
I talk like y'all are with me right now. Talk to y'all.
oh yeah. I talk to myself when I'm listening to podcasts.
Hey, y'all need to
Like
get
I'm
off
there.
that. Y'all need to get off that cricket plan, yo.
Yeah, that
Y'all
y'all sound
coming
like y'all are
in.
in a tin can with a string on the other end.
If you guys notice, wait, what happened? Are we still on the phone?
Yes.
Okay. If you guys noticed the last two conspiracies, you guys have voted yes, that they're both real. So we're living in a simulation and Sasquatch is real. Or just no.
We didn't necessarily agree that we were living in a simulation,
No, I
but
think
the
I think we
idea of it is really cool. Now, we do all agree, I would assume, right? We're all in
Yep,
agreement.
yep.
Yes, Bigfoot is real.
Definitely.
So we're aliens.
Bigfoot is real. I don't care what anybody says. Go ahead, Con. You got to drop the sound drop so we have a new one.
Bigfoot is real. I don't care what anybody says. There, save that one.
I love how
Yes.
it sounds just like the
It sounds
sound
just
drop.
like it, except for Bigfoot. I love it.
What do you think, Nick?
So check it
What do
out.
you think?
I called to give my hot take on the Leah Thompson situation,
We were.
and I say that women. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say we hadn't opened up the lines to callers yet, but we'll make a special exception this one time.
Oh, appreciate that.
Oh, okay. I wanted to make sure that somebody would call in. So
we called in the back way, like we're
Yeah.
important and stuff.
the VIP section.
Oh, got it.
My opinion is that I think women just need to learn to swim faster and get over it.
Oh my god.
Amen, brother.
Just
Agreed. Start taking some testosterone.
I'm actually surprised on his take.
You have had the advantage all your lives. Y'all got to get off the Titanic, and we had to stay. Like, every time there's a disaster, all the women and children get saved. Time for the men to get some.
Did you not just hear about the deer,
Right.
the deer and the Sasquatch? Okay, like.
Because the deer know what's up. No, on a serious note, though, and I don't know if this is controversial or not, like, why don't they just start, like, either just completely join sports, like, don't have women's and men, either just, like,
Go ahead.
survival of the fittest, let men and women compete together. Or, I don't know if this is controversial, why don't they just have a transgender league?
They already have that. It's called Survivor.
Wow.
I hate
Survivor.
that I
Wait,
looked
the
at that.
TV show?
Yeah, the TV show.
show?
Yeah.
For those that are
Oh,
listening, you are now listening to the last episode of Smells Like Middle Aged Spirit because we are going to be canceled after this
I know. This
episode.
is 2 weeks in a row. Y'all are trying to get yourself canceled.
No, I'm just like, let's have a transgender league. And then, I don't know.
I think that is going to be
I think that's
what
going to be a new
is
precedent.
going to need to happen because I believe in transgender rights. I believe, if you feel like you identify as a different gender than what you were born with, I feel like you and you love sports, I feel like you have every right, just like anybody else, to compete in sports.
And also to
But-
have a safe space
Right.
because
A safe
obviously
space,
right now
absolutely.
she's not in a safe space to able to compete in general.
I completely agree with
that.
that. And, that's got to be really hard for her as well, and the other female competitors just as much, just on different sides of the spectrum.
Hey.
So,
America is a capitalistic country, man. Like, that is another way to make money on sports. Like,
Welcome
There
to
you
the
go.
We are also a
TNBA.
controversial
Hold on,
country,
we-
and
we'll get
what
some merch.
what sells more
We're-
controversial?
but no, what I was going to say, Kayla, I'm pretty sure Leah Thompson is not just won one race. I'm pretty sure in the NCAA, she's the number one ranked swimmer in women.
I don't think so,
So-
but I can look into it and
I'm
see.
looking it up now.
From what I
From
saw,
what
I
I
don't think
read,
she is.
because she started swimming a while ago. I remember when it first happened, this was kind of a controversy.
Right. So
And
you're saying
there's a lot of misinformation on the internet, but
Yeah.
from what I've read, she's the number 1 ranked woman in swimming. Now that could be completely wrong. Maybe she just won one tournament. I don't know.
Well,
But,
and I also saw that as a male competitor, she was like in the 550th kind of ranking.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
like ranked 800 something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I think the solution is just make a transgender league, like let them feel safe, like, and you know, to me that's the best solution. Otherwise, I mean, I'm saying it jokingly, but if they don't do anything, then women are gonna have to learn to swim faster. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
It won't come to that. It'll come to where the NCAA is going to have to be the bad guy. And honestly, I think the NCAA, all the focus should be on them and not on Leah.
Well, the NCAA is college though. Like this is happening like post college.
Yes, it's true, but that's what I don't think the hate on her is appropriate because they
I'm pretty
essentially
sure
they
Leah
sell
comes
louder.
with the collegiate.
But the reason,
No.
and I'm assuming the reason you're saying that is because, by all accounts, she is within the guidelines to be able to compete.
And
So
hormone
there's
level
nothing
and
she's not
everything.
doing anything wrong.
Correct.
She clearly read the rules. So kids, this is the perfect time if you ever want to read those terms and agreements when
Read
you
your
download that
fine
app.
print.
Read the fine print because
I believe
clearly
in the NCAA.
she's reading those fine print and she's following the guidelines. And so under those guidelines and procedures and policies, she's not out of
The spectrum.
the spectrum of being able to do it.
I have a question. What about, I don't know enough about her history or whatever. Was she allowed to compete in women's sports in high school? If we're talking about collegiate level?
No,
Was
from,
she allowed to compete in
I don't think
I
so.
don't.
So
Yeah,
in high
I don't think
school,
she had
she was-
transitioned.
Yeah, in high school, I don't think the transition had started then. The transition started after
Yeah.
high school.
And then once she started transitioning, she could not compete in male, what is it called? In the male league.
So how does that trickle down to the level below that then? For the kids that are like
The female level?
Well, they have
No.
to take block like when they transition. It's not that the testosterone that they have in their body just stays there. Like, I don't think the regular person understands how intensive the transitioning phase is because they
Yes.
have to take blockers that block the
Which is
natural.
estrogen.
No, blockers are different than estrogen.
Okay.
So they take a blocker where it blocks the natural producing testosterone that their body produces as a man. And then whenever that proceeds, your body's going a man's because you do produce estrogen, you just don't produce
Right.
enough.
Yeah. Right.
And so eventually, from my understanding, the way it works is that your body will start overproducing estrogen naturally, and then they put you on more estrogen to help your body basically.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's not that she still has testosterone in her body.
That means if he'd have been a full dude, he would have kicked the dog shit out of them.
And that's why I'm saying like I don't think it's really fair that some people are saying, well, it's a man competing in a woman's league. I understand and I get it, but she is still under the, like Josh was saying, the regulations of the NCAA and by hormone level.
Yeah.
She has to take
So
Right.
a test for it.
yeah. So there's
I would say she's still got a physical advantage, though. But still.
I don't know what all the fine print is, but my question was more like, okay, whenever children, youth, the high schoolers are identifying as trans kids, and this is allowed this is all good at the collegiate level, are they going to start saying that it's okay for the younger teenagers to
No,
do the same way?
It's not legal for kids that age to start undergoing transition.
Yes,
Like,
it
Well,
is.
it
with
depends.
parental consent,
It's
it
with
is.
parental consent, and I
Yes.
think that's why it's probably not. I think it probably should be because I'm pretty sure this is going to be like almost I hate to say a new normal because that sounds weird, but I think it should be to protect the kids because can you imagine? This is a person in college, but can you imagine a high schooler going through all this
Yes.
and the point of transitioning
Right.
and
Yeah.
trying to fit in with high school because high school fucking sucks. I would think
I
they
loved
would.
high school.
Man, I hated high school.
I did too. I love high school.
Yeah,
I
did
loved
like
high school.
It's great.
Now, I think that there is going to be like an in-between sports league. I can't say what I think that would look like, but some kind of a place for either transgender or transitioning or whatever they end up calling it. I think that's what's going to end up happening. I think it's going to be a long time,
Olympics,
but
you know, they have their own
yeah,
Olympic
so
setting.
yeah,
so
similar
Yeah,
to the
just
Special
throw 'em in a
Olympics.
Special
I'll be the,
Olympics.
you know,
I'm gonna smack the shit out of you.
jeez. But there is
They can swim with the wheelchair kids.
Con.
We're gonna
Too far.
we're gonna hang up and listen to y'all. Y'all are doing great. Before I do though, I hope you guys. Did you guys hear about Casper Semenya?
Hear what?
About what?
Her name's Casper Semenya. She's a biological woman from Africa who's like so physically imposing and dominant that they wouldn't allow her to compete against other women. And so
What?
people are tripping. They're like, you actually let a dude compete against other women, but you guys did not let this biological woman
That's not
compete against other
right.
And
because you do like physically imposing.
she was competing in America.
She's an Olympic runner.
Okay,
if you Google her, like she's from Africa. Like she's from Africa.
okay,
She's
But,
not the one that.
world-
okay, but does she live and compete in America, or does she live and compete in Africa?
She's from Africa. So, but the Olympic Commission is like all over the world. So the rules here are the same over there. Like she's not allowed to compete against women in Olympic.
Oh, yeah, well,
and run.
that's completely that's completely.
Now, if you Google her,
That's
she's
so dumb.
If you Google her, she looks like she could play for the Texans. Like she's a big old chick. Like she got muscles. Like, but she's a biological woman.
That's completely
But
unfair.
they won't let her compete. So
Yeah.
it's kind of weird.
Maybe
Anyway,
she's
you guys
failing
doing a
on.
great job.
Maybe she's failing on PEDs.
All right, Nick. We'll talk to you later. Be careful on your trip.
All right, man. Y'all doing a great job. Love y'all. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
I love that
So
everybody
for
does
those
that.
of you that didn't know, that was Nick, our host and owner of the Smells Like Middle-Aged Spirit
his lovely
podcast,
wife.
and his lovely wife.
I just can't. He is wishing so bad that he was here right now.
What is it called? FOMO? Is that what it's called?
FOMO, yes, he's got serious FOMO right
FOMO
now.
right now.
Let's FOMO.
I already saw it in your eyes.
Fear of missing out.
Fear of missing out.
okay,
I've got
got it.
FOMO. Like I always want to do everything. Like,
I do not have FOMO. I think
have
they're two
FOMO.
fucks less
I
if
was
I
like,
miss
you
out
and I are
on
in the
something.
same con.
So first off, if what Nick is saying is true, that is absolute bullshit. How are you gonna tell someone like, you know what, you are too good for this sport, you can't compete?
What was her name?
Yeah.
Oh.
I've already forgot.
Casper.
Come on, producer.
Was it?
Her name was
Casper?
Casper. Nick will drop it in there. I know he's listening.
I'm sure
On
he
a
will.
side note, Lindsay wanted me to ask Chris if guys are stronger during pillow fights.
Did she knock your ass out in a
Fucking
pillow
bitch.
fight?
Okay,
It's
so you're laughing, so now we got to hear it.
It's an inside joke.
Oh, well,
For
now
what?
it's an outside joke.
Well,
So
why don't we stop reading the comments in the middle of discussion?
no, that's the point of the comments.
No. So when we first started dating,
Come on, Naomi. This has always been what we do.
when we first started dating,
Don't look at that camera.
She mentioned having a pillow fight or something like that, and I was like, I didn't want to kick her ass too bad, so I was like, no, I haven't practiced in a while, or I haven't had my warm ups or something like that. I can't
Is that
remember
something
now.
you practice?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
you don't practice pillow fighting.
No, bro, we don't. We just fucking go at it.
Pillow
Also,
fights
fun
don't last
fact-
very long.
Fun fact: there is a professional pillow fighting league.
I saw it. I've seen it.
Sounds like Lindsay needs to be in. She kicked your ass.
I'm gonna assume that she knocked you out. Is that what happened with this?
No,
Did
she
she
just
go over you
she just
beat
likes to
up?
bring it up every once in a while just to piss me off.
It's kind of like the popsicles.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happens after the pillow fighting, right?
All right, babe, we're done with the pillows.
I'm trying to bring
know
up.
what's
Get on the
next.
popsicles.
I'm trying to bring up the girl's name.
Okay, while you're looking
that's
at
not
that,
her.
so there was an interesting Facebook post by someone who
Is it the Waterburger lady?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
But yeah, and I wouldn't consider that interesting either. So, but she was a former competitive swimmer, And she made mention about how, they have to get their hormone levels tested before they swim. And she had no more testosterone than what was outside of a female's limit. Her muscle mass began decreasing at 3 to 6 months after beginning her hormone treatment. And she took 2 years off from school to make sure that she could participate in that sport. She had to take 2 years off from doing anything and just focusing on transitioning
health,
and all the hormone therapy and everything. So I mean, like, that is, I don't think that's anything to be snarky about. I think it's just we need to find a better solution to level out the playing field for all competitors once again. Even more so, Caitlyn Jenner had something to say about this.
She is the most hypocritical person, and especially for someone who should be who is probably the biggest advocate for trans rights. She is the biggest hypocrite, and is unfortunately.
Was it Castor
Say it, Kay.
Seminea?
Say it, girl.
Yeah, I
Fucking
found
hate
it.
that.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah. So hold on.
Not to cut Kay off or Naomi off.
Okay,
but,
well,
but
okay, it's
Nick
happening.
is right. Because of the new rules from TRAC's governing body, World Athletics, under the rules, Seminea and other female athletes who refuse to lower their naturally high testosterone levels are barred from competing in races from 400 meters to 1 mile.
But
So
see,
I will
but
see this though. I'll scroll down.
How
and
can
it's-
you ask a biological woman to lower their natural producing
Yeah.
testosterone?
So, but does that go along with what I was just saying about how all the swimmers got tested about their? So she was within the natural testosterone limit for females. So maybe this female was
Is it in
outside
her
of
natural?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
because it can happen where men and women can produce a
natural?
high.
A natural or her natural? Like her natural testosterone levels are high. Like I still do not agree with her being banned. Like it's not her fault. It's just
No.
her.
So
that is-
what? Her
that
only
is
option is
a-
to compete with men then?
Yeah, that is a organic advantage. Like it's not her fault.
But then
So-
that goes back into the thing is, well, maybe trans should have their own division, because then at that point you wouldn't be looking at natural levels, you would be looking at abnormal levels, like in case she's
So
taking
to
testosterone
give you
or
a little
whatever.
backstory,
I can
real quick,
get on with that.
before we get
I agree.
into exactly who this topic, give you a little bit of backstory. So I scroll down.
sorry.
My source is from Wikipedia, so take it with a grain of salt or 100% believe it. It says, how'd you say her name? Seminea?
That's how I'm going to say it. Seminea.
Okay, Seminea is a
right.
intersex woman, assigned female at birth with XY chromosomes and naturally elevated testosterone levels caused by the presence of internal teats. Testes. Teats. Same thing.
Testes,
Tets.
fool.
That's not testes.
TESTES.
That's testes.
is
That's testes.
Okay. Wow. There you go. Testes. So, yes. Now, do you see why? See? I saw how I spelled testes, though. I put an I in there.
I love you so much.
See? Anyway, so it says, following her victory
That was hilarious.
at the 2009 World Championships, she was made to undergo sex testing and cleared to return to competition the following year. In 2019, new World Olympics rules came into force, preventing women like her from participating in the 400-meter, 800-meter, and 1,500-meter events in the female classification unless they take medication to suppress their testosterone levels. In 2021, she filed an appeal with the European Court of Human Rights against the restrictions.
And see, but that's what the
So
Olympic.
basically,
but-
what this woman is she has both things.
Yeah. Yeah.
So instead of the
And that's why she's
I've heard of that,
more
yeah.
instead of the
testosterone.
testes dropping, they stayed internal, which is causing the natural levels of testosterone
So
to be
that is
higher.
that is a whole nother thing. Like
That's-
what would you do?
Yeah, 'cause she's a
for an
natural
athlete like
female.
that then?
And that's where, and that's intersex, which is different. It's, So
Yes.
she is a biological female, but she has both parts. She is now an intersex person. So at that point, then I mean, I understand,
Yeah,
but
that-
and it's just, We're going to be coming into a new age of where things are going to change in order for everyone to be accepted, because I also don't think that's not fair, because yes, she is still a biological woman.
Yeah, I agree.
She
Like
should
that's
still be able to compete.
There's gonna have to be something changing. Yeah. That's crazy.
And for those of you who don't know what intersex is, that's people are born people born with any several sex characteristics, including chromosome patterns or genitals that, according to Office of United Nations High Commission for Human Rights, do not fit typical binary notions of male or female bodies, which in short means they have both.
Yeah. We got context clues,
I have
y'all.
a vagina. I have a penis.
So she has testes. You're welcome.
Testes, that's right.
Or teetsies.
You learned a new word.
I swear,
Testes.
I literally spelled testes, Testie. So apparently I've been spelling it wrong my entire life.
I don't think
Testes.
I don't think I've ever tried to spell testes before.
No, that's not something I use.
Biology
Spelling
was
bee.
my favorite topic in high school.
Oh,
Y'all, I will
love
kill y'all
biology.
in spelling bee.
You want to go ahead and spell super
Oh,
fruit?
yeah,
actually-
I'm pretty sure I'll murder him in spelling bee.
I'm actually really good. Like, I'm dumber than a bag of rocks, but I'm really good at spelling.
You know who we
Oh, yeah?
should get on the show for a spelling bee? You know who we should get on the show for a spelling bee?
Who?
You know.
No, I don't know.
We were talking about before the show.
Oh, Chris?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he'd be great.
Clark.
We love you, Clark, but I think we would win.
That'd be a great show.
You're on his level, hun.
All right,
Just
so
look
we're
at
gonna
I'm
play
very much.
Pictionary and spelling bee. We're gonna have a game show.
We're going to do this
Game
live?
show episode.
We're going to do it live? Not today, obviously.
Yeah, no,
but-
not today, but we'll do a game show episode. I think that'll be fun. Yeah. No, where's my Trap Jeopardy? I like that one.
Yeah, that one's good.
Yeah.
Well, you got to introduce it. So on the next episode, we're going to be playing.
Yes.
Ooh, DJ.
Do we need to get this cleared with Nick first, or we're just,
Nick ain't here.
agreed? Yeah, we'll do our own shit.
I'm sure we'll talk about it next week. It's going to be in our chat. It's going to be blowing up.
All right. We'll do a game show, game episode one time. I think that'd be fun. But Caitlyn Jenner was really surprised me with her response.
Refresh my
So-
memory. Caitlyn Jenner is the.
Was Bruce.
Was Bruce
Whatever,
Jenner.
yeah. Bruce Jenner,
Just want to make sure. There's so
Yeah.
many of them.
I forgot his last name, even though it's still in her name.
I know. Although Caitlyn Jenner identifies as a trans woman, publicly coming out in April of 2015, she has protested Thomas's involvement and said she should not be allowed to compete. Caitlyn goes on to say, we need to protect women's sports. And she feels sorry for other athletes that are out there, especially at Penn, or anybody she's competing against. It's not good for women's sports. It's unfortunate that this is happening.
Let's also remember that she was also an Olympic
Yes.
Athlete.
athlete
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
So,
I would feel more comfortable saying she was not, but he
Yes,
was.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
I-
a completely
yes,
different
correct.
person.
Sorry. I still
mean,
feel weird calling a she that was originally a he. I still want to call it a
So
he.
I was talking about it with my husband last night, and he says what he thinks should happen. I mean, take that how you like it. Is that if you are biologically born, male or female, that if you want to compete in sports, you have to remain biologically male or female, compete in that sport, and then when you're done competing, then you should transition like Caitlyn did. Caitlyn
Right.
waited, and he says, she did it after she had retired from sports and all of that, so it's just not as
I feel like Caitlyn would have a point because
But
she's
Yeah.
she's experienced in both fields. Like,
yeah. See, I don't
feel
know how
like-
I feel about what my husband said, so I mean,
which I mean, I understand
I
what
agree
he's
with
trying
your
to
husband.
say
Yeah.
because,
100%.
but the thing with, for instance, let's use Bruce Jenner as an example.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he realized he wanted to be a woman until I think later on in life.
the craziness that he
Yes.
was forced to live with.
The
The
Kardashians.
Kardashians.
I mean, I think that's enough to
Those
put
bitches
anybody out of
wrecked
their
it.
minds.
And,
they
I mean,
ruined that
shoot.
man.
Yeah, props to Chris Jenner though. Like seriously, like what other woman can say that she has produced all these millionaire?
Chris Jenner's the man of that relationship. she is 100%
100%.
a boss ass bitch.
Yeah,
She wears the pants in that
Yeah, no,
relationship.
I like her and hate her at the same
Momager.
time.
Yeah, I agree. And that's where I agree and then I disagree because also, so let's use that as an example. Let's say Leah Thomas didn't, transition during college, and that so many trans people, they go through so much mental health before they transition.
Yes.
And who's to say that she would have even made it to college, or past college?
Yes.
Or past an adult career.
And I'm a strong supporter of sports as a way to help maintain mental health. Obviously, that it goes to maintain physical health. That goes without saying. But more so, I believe it's mental health.
Yeah.
And you should be allowed to compete, but... I mean, it is difficult. I don't know. I don't know how they should move forward with this. But
It's gonna turn to where
It's exactly what Kay said. Like, give them their own league.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's offensive or not. I don't mean to be, because that's not what I'm trying to be, because I'm very much a big supporter of trans rights.
I agree.
I mean,
so am I.
I've got
a lot of friends.
But what is the debate in trans rights? I mean, I don't get it. They have rights. It's just because
a lot of rights that people don't recognize.
Just like what? Just because
the
people
thing.
don't agree with them being trans doesn't mean they don't have rights.
Like the bathroom bill.
They can still
like a transgender male using a female's restroom. Like rights like that. I mean, most places in the world, there is.
But is that like the only debate to it though? Like they can't.
No, I was using it as an example.
That's an example. There's a lot of other things that go with it in general, but it's more so of like. They're not trying to ask society to be okay with it, but just like accept them and respect in a way where don't treat me like shit. Like it's a touchy subject.
I feel like they're causing a lot of harm to themselves. Take for example when they try to cancel Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle,
he made a joke and it's like, no, Dave Chappelle, you're a bad man because you made a joke about a trans person.
We're talking about extremists, though.
So
and
I
feel
like
not.
In which there are extremists in every single group, and so unfortunately, that's just what happened, and that's not what we're saying.
And we've talked about it many times. I feel like comedians. I feel like that is it's like almost their job, but their job. A lot of people don't realize that comedians use satire.
Yes.
They're calling people out in their jokes by
they're not being
making
offensive.
those jokes. They're not being offensive.
Yeah.
They're calling people out for being stupid.
It's like Chris D'Elia said. There's a clip going on right now where he's like, "Why people make so much a big deal about comedians when they joke?" He goes, "You know what makes it funny? We're joking. We're telling jokes. That's the point." Well, he's like, but even going further than that is people. People that get offended by that. Is funny to me because there's one of two things. You either paid for a ticket, drove to that venue, waited in a line,
paid for a babysitter,
and you paid for a babysitter. You chose
to be offended,
and you sat there, and then you get offended. Or you have the people that pay $15 or whatever Netflix is charging now because it's always going up weekly.
Yep.
You click on it, and you watch it, and then you get offended. It's absolutely ridiculous. I've always said this, and I will say this forever. Comedians are supposed to make you laugh, feel uncomfortable, and think.
Yes.
If they don't do that, then they're not a comedian.
So that
I'll get off my soapbox.
Satire. So satirical journalism has been around forever,
and I don't think people know what that is.
Mad TV.
Anymore.
That's unfortunate.
Like, the Onion is a big.
The Onion, yeah.
I fucking love that.
Did you see the Babylon Bee?
Now it's not satire; it's fake news.
It's fake news.
Yeah, and people satire is an art form, y'all. I really love some good satire,
and you can definitely tell the people who have not paid attention in class
satirical.
And who don't know anything
that's a
about
great
it.
word too.
Yes, satirical.
I love the word.
Do you know what that means? Can you spell it?
I will say this: me and Kay actually were having this conversation yesterday.
Yeah, last night in a fucking Cheddar's.
Yeah, in Cheddar's.
I love Cheddar's.
I felt probably everyone felt so bad.
We had a gift card.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say this, and I don't know. I don't mean to offend. I don't think I will. But I don't mean to offend. This is just me thinking out loud. I'm a very open-minded person. I think we all know that. But I believe the trans movement has unfortunately been a victim of every other movement that we've ever had here.
I agree with that.
And that is the fact that it's been hijacked. I'm glad you said it earlier. I think it's a better word, by extremists moving that along in the improper way.
Yes. Absolutely.
Extremists on which? On the transgender?
On the transgender side.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Because
I think there's people that abuse that. I believe that
Because I feel like I'm sorry, Josh.
No, you're fine. I believe, because we all joked about it as kids. You have, I don't know if this word's offensive or not. We used to joke around and say trannies, which is exactly what the same thing is now. Those have always existed for as long as men has ever been around.
Man, y'all.
Here's why I have a hard time jumping
That's
on this train.
considered a slur now.
Well,
If I'm not
I mean,
mistaken, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Sure.
back in my college days, I was 19, and I would go to this.
That was
this
20 years ago,
this
guys.
club. Fuck you. It was this
10
club.
years ago, Josh. God, you can't do
here's-
math very well.
There was this club I used to go to. It's not there anymore, but
Numbers?
we would always get there. No, Numbers is there, and it's thriving, and I love it.
Yep.
JP Buyer.
Yep, that was some Numbers music right there.
Kevin Gates over there.
And we would always get there as soon as they opened because we were coming from the other side of town. We were 19. You're supposed to be 21 to enter. Y'all,
Badass.
yeah.
We did that at Hush nightclub, so I understand.
Cigarette filters go a long way to get those permanent marker X's off your hands, y'all.
Yes, they
Hot
do.
tip.
Here's
Dawn
Vaseline.
soap.
Hold on. And the only other people that would be there when we first showed up were the trannies. It was off of Montrose, so it was in that area, and I loved them as a people, as individuals. Oh my gosh, they're just so comfortable. They taught me so much about confidence, and they're just so comfortable in their skin, and we just had the best times. And I just call them like my trainee friends. Of course, I knew their names at the time. I don't remember their names now. That was however long ago.
10 years ago. I got you.
I was gonna make a shirt like trainees get the party started, and they were like, yes,
And
like
you know what? And it's kind of funny because it's just kind of like with the N word. I'm white. I can't use the N word. And I'm not a transitional person, so I can't use that word.
Yeah.
But they do because it's almost like whenever, like for instance, in like Drag Race. Like I love RuPaul's Drag Race.
I love drag.
And drag
Con loves
is
drag.
also drag is
Kinda I
also
do.
a form of comedy in a sense because they are pop icons. They do pop culture, and they have to stay relevant. And that's kind of how they bring, what am I trying to say? Like they bring awareness to,
Absolutely.
you know what I mean? And
Yes.
so that's why I'm like, I would never use it just because I've always known it as to be a slur, and so I never would. But I wouldn't, I know I have heard of them use it before, like in their jokes and their shows and whatnot. But that's their word, not my word. You know what I mean?
See, and I have that personal experience where I don't feel bad saying that word because.
And see, I don't have that.
Yeah,
so,
see, so I think we talked about words. What was it, the first or second episode of this season?
Yes.
And I think a lot of words you deem inappropriate or appropriate for your own use, depending on your own personal experiences.
Correct,
So, that's a difficult thing to gauge. You can't really tell. I don't feel like you can tell someone that you can't say that word, but you just,
Yeah,
if you
see,
don't like it,
I would
then
never
just keep
say
your-
like, no, you can't do it. But I
keep
won't
tight-lipped
do it.
and just move on.
Exactly.
It's just like Facebook etiquette. If you don't like it, just scroll on.
Yeah. The one thing I did see on Facebook is like, because I did share that post that you were going off of because I felt, I don't know a lot about it, but I do know, like, I think she should still be, I understand why a lot of people were upset about her competing. I still think she should because, yes, now she is a woman. She transitioned into a woman. And, she is taking her hormones and stuff like that, too. And by the stipulation of the NCAA and their guidelines, she's a woman.
Yeah. So,
But I understand where there are other biological women who are upset, and I get it. And me as a woman, should I be? No. But I'm also not an athlete, so I really don't give a shit.
yeah.
But I know other people do. But I also wanted to, like, I whether I share, because another thing it said was something about Michael Phelps. Like, Michael Phelps is a biological man.
Yep.
He had an above average wingspan.
Wingspan. I love that they say wingspan.
That bro, he is a majestic bird.
Yes, he is. He's like a penguin, that just fly through the
got
water.
long
He has long arms. He has
Doesn't he have
natural
webbed toes?
webbing in his hands
webbing?
and toes.
Yeah.
And then, but yet he dominated his sport, but that was okay.
And remember how much trouble he got in for smoking weed?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It's just-
Performance
it's-
enhancing.
It's because it's a woman's sport, and women are it's such a big topic right now in society, because there's also a big thing where we have women's rights, and sometimes our rights are not recognized in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And, you know, and so I think that's why it's such a huge topic right now.
So let's get this straight. The second place woman in that race, she was behind by what? It was between 1 and 2 seconds.
Yeah,
so it was not even 2 seconds.
And that's why I think
That's
it's
a
so
long time, by the way.
But it's a long time in swimming, but it's
not dominating.
It's not dominating. It's not
That's
like
dominating.
a minute
No, it's
ahead.
not.
It's not like
even a second and a half. That's dominating.
No, not a whole second. Like, she was only behind by like point something or whatever. So
Oh, I
it's
thought you said like a
not
second
whole
or
second.
two.
No,
Oh,
but
okay.
but that's when they're saying she dominated by like she won by like 20 seconds or what, and she didn't.
yeah.
That's
yeah.
why I think it's unfair to her. And then I also agree with the post. If you should be mad at anybody, you need to be mad at NCAA. But at the same time, it's a double-edged sword.
It is.
You know?
It's absolutely a double-edged sword.
I don't think it's fair for her, because this is going to affect her mental health, and then eventually she probably will not compete at all, because look at the backlash she's getting.
Yeah. Well, and not
So
only
I
her,
got
but
the-
what
But
about
at the
other
same time,
biological women?
like at the same time, she knew what to expect. Like, she knew she was going to get shit on for this.
Yeah.
So for a quick
But
second,
as a society, we
so-
shouldn't be shitting on
That's,
other
that's
individuals.
I mean, I get that. Fucking
what
Josh.
happened?
I was going to say that I
Give it
have
louder
the
than that.
times right here. So in the 500, the 500 freestyle,
Yeah.
Thomas's time was 4 minutes 33.24.
Which is incredibly way too long to be swimming that hard. Oh my
Okay.
gosh,
Yeah.
that sounds like torture.
Which is
I'll just paddle my doggy
which
paddle.
is a almost a full second over Emma Norden, which is the Arizona state.
So I-
Her
okay.
time was 4 minutes and 34.87.
See, but to me, that is not such a huge margin
No.
that you can really be that upset about it. Like,
And
I
then-
mean,
Well, that's like,
And then she placed 5th and 8th in like a couple other ones. So like she didn't dominate the entire fucking sport.
Not
She
the-
dominated one thing, if that. And I wouldn't even use dominating.
yeah.
to say that it's not a big deal. Try telling that to, for example, NASCAR drivers that beat somebody by an inch, or you tell that to
Yeah,
an
and I get
outfielder
that.
that can't catch the home run ball because it's an inch away from his glove.
Yeah,
didn't
I get
jump
it.
high enough.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
a
it's
miss
a
is
big
still
deal,
a loss, and you know.
But I think I'm going to wrap this up on a bow and say, for me, say that I think the reason that this is headline news is it's something that's constantly going to keep the public at each other's throats, against each other, because I don't care how you want to take this. It's easier to divide people than it is to bring them together. And that's been proven multiple times
Yeah.
in our media, whatever that is. Because, for example, this has taken over all of our news. And like we briefly mentioned earlier, this has completely dominated the headlines over something that is way more serious that's been going on for almost 4 weeks now,
where we can potentially have a World War
where
III.
we are on the borderline
Nah,
of,
we're going to have World War III.
Shit. I don't know about that.
don't ever count anything out. We don't know exactly what is going on over there, and that's the scary
You hit
thing.
the nail on the head. Don't ever count anything out.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's what has historically happened time and time and time and time again, right before the worst things in history happened.
Yeah. And I'm not saying
And
that it's going to be
history
on our
repeats
front step.
itself.
I'm not saying it's going to happen
Absolutely.
tomorrow. I'm not going to say it's happening next week.
No,
But that has now dominated what's going on. And now the discussion moved from, for example, I know I'll probably see Nick comment, from high gas prices to inflation to World War III to, is it okay for women or trans women to be in sports?
yeah, so now you just wonder what's going on in the back.
I
end
don't
right
want to.
now.
I don't want to sound harsh when I say this, but one of those is way more important than the
And
other.
I will agree with that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
And something can affect us a long time for our kids down the line.
And also, I get that.
So
I
I
will always believe
completely
that.
agree with what you're saying. And the media has a long running history. In fact, I'm going to say that the media is probably based on distracting the public from what's really going on.
Absolutely.
You know,
Sleight of
it's-
hand.
absolutely. But on the other hand, I also feel like mental health is a big deal. And when you are born one gender and you feel nothing like that gender, and you are teased and ridiculed, and you don't have a safe space, and your parents criticize you, and you're ostracized from everybody in society, then I feel like you also need a safe space. And I do feel like it's important. I'm not saying that it's taking, I don't want to take away from them or what they're going through. The war is, that's big. Yeah. That's big. But I'm not taking away from that. But
how would you give them a safe space if it's something like that, like they've gone through this like most of their lives, right?
Right.
And so now they know the. I'm gonna sound like an asshole, but I'm trying to be as real as I fucking can.
Just talk it out.
Yeah,
talk
just
it
talk
out.
it out.
That's what
They know the repercussions of doing this.
Right.
So just like for this athlete, for example, like once he decided to become a she and then go to a woman's sport, that person knew that they were going to get shit on.
So
I don't understand why we have to think of a safe place for them when it's like they can figure that shit out on their own. And tell me how they can't, because they knew this was going to happen. So
I'm sure they do go
how
into
do we
it.
How do we as a society keep babying someone for doing something on their own decision and accord?
See, so you said it yourself. They know if they want to transition that they're going to be put through the ringer. It's going to be hell. They're going to get tons of backlash. It's going to be super uncomfortable. So can you imagine what they must have already been dealing with if that's what they're choosing to go with? So I mean,
it's got like, I was picked on as a kid. Like I was bullied as a kid. Like I know how that shit fucking goes. Like, trust me.
I mean, same thing.
We've all had to figure out our own safe space. So I feel like.
Oh no, I cut a bitch. I cut a bitch.
Oh, yeah,
Shake him.
I wish I had the confidence that I have now and never to like back talk to somebody that I used to then, but I don't. But
it's like
whole other childhood.
I never came out and said like, oh, I need a safe space. I need, like, you just knew like, yo.
That's also more common now.
Shit, my safe space is my bathroom where I can get away from my kids.
My
for
safe
5
space
minutes.
is a shitter.
Yeah, the
gonna take
bathroom is
that
the only place
5
I can
minutes.
go where I'm like, I lock the door to my room, I lock the bathroom door. My kids have to go through 2 locked doors to get through me. And then they just sit there banging on the walls because they know I can hear that. And I'm like, you bastards. Literally.
All right, well.
I think it's because mental health is so important now than it was like when, we were in school, when y'all were in school.
When your parents just say, oh, get over it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, rub some dirt in, you'll be fine. Like, get the fuck over it. And, and it's so much more of a big deal because... Oh, God, what happened? I wish you would keep your fucking comments to yourself over there.
No, Nick chimed in, and I'm assuming too.
It's probably his wife.
No, it's definitely Nick. And in response to Conn's idea, he said, "Sounds like Naomi's take on Marilyn Manson."
Anybody got any dad jokes?
How so?
He's basically saying your argument for Marilyn Manson was they knew what they were getting into. So
okay.
No, that's my argument, though.
Yeah, no.
In this case.
I mean, y'all are...
I don't know what's
I'm
going
not
on
saying that
Manson.
you're taking things out of context, but there was definitely more to the conversation
There is.
than just
I didn't
that.
say I agree. I just thought it was funny. I just thought it was funny.
Shut up, Nick.
What I will say is to lighten the mood. I think
I want to hear some dirty, greasy dad jokes.
That's what it sounds like to me. So let's get that going.
Dirty, greasy ones.
Greasy.
Hold on to your stitches. It's time for dad jokes.
So I completely forgot that I was part of that sound drop.
So are we going to have teams or are we doing individuals?
Yeah,
what are
what
we
are we
doing
doing?
here?
What do you want to do?
Don't look at me. I don't work here. Y'all do.
Josh, you are the producer / you're
Yeah,
kind of the
motherfucker.
boss when Nick's away.
If that's the case, then the way we usually play is this side of the table versus that side of the table.
We can do that. We'll go.
I'm cool.
Okay, fine.
We can go. You want to do boys versus girls?
Ooh.
We can do that.
Don't laugh, Naomi.
I can't not laugh. See, her and I are too alike. We can't do that.
Let's do boys versus girls.
We can't
I like
do that.
Huh?
This is an
we can't
unfair
laugh,
playing
right?
field.
Like, we can't laugh, and because if we laugh, they get a point, or y'all get a point.
We laugh a lot.
And we can go up to 5 points.
We laugh a lot.
Cool,
do
Josh,
5
mute my
points.
mic right now.
No. All right, who's going first?
Yo, I'm laughing at these already. I can't
Okay.
do this.
What's bad is I know
I'll go
that
first.
my lovely wife over
You
there
can't
has
use
a
any of
list.
mine, motherfucker. And I swear to God, if you do, I will meet you outside in the back, cut you. See, 8th grade Kayla couldn't do that.
I love her.
30-year-old Kayla will.
Yeah.
So
All
who's
right.
going first?
Let's go, bros.
All right. Am I starting this?
Yeah. So what? It's boys against girls.
So are you
Fuck.
gonna tell Josh jokes? I'm gonna tell Chris jokes.
So here's a dad
Let's
joke.
do that, and then we'll switch.
Yeah, we'll do that.
All
Okay. Who's going first?
Shit, y'all. I can't do that.
I'll just go first.
Hide
All
your
right,
mouth.
ready?
Hold on. Get it. You ever watch Yo Gabba Gabba get the sillies out? No.
All right, so whoever tells the joke and makes the other person laugh
Gets a point.
gets a point.
Okay,
Right.
I like that. Okay.
Okay. So we can just what do you want to do? We can just go like around the table.
He wasn't listening the entire time.
I was not. I was actually no. I was
girls
ready to
versus
sit
boys.
down.
He was making a
It's girls
scoreboard.
versus boys.
Make a score. Okay. Okay.
So if one of us say something and neither one of them laugh, we get a point. If they say something and neither one of us laugh, they get a point.
Okay. I got you.
Okay. All right. Who's going first? Me?
Yep,
Yeah, you go
for it.
first.
I can't look at you though.
I can't,
'cause I'll
yeah.
laugh.
Why did Karen press Alt, Control, and Delete? Because she wanted to see the task manager.
So stupid.
I mean, yeah.
It also
That's a
fucked,
point.
It also fucked up because you went Alt, Control, Delete. It's Control, Alt, Delete.
We got a point. Go ahead.
So Josh gets a
Do you want
point.
to go?
So
All right,
we
I'll
got a
go.
point.
Yeah,
All
you all
right.
get a point. So then Naomi, we'll go this way.
All right.
I got. Hold on. I got to rewrite my score chart.
It'll take him another 5 minutes. He won't pay attention to the conversation.
All right. Okay. What do you call a pudgy psychic?
What?
A fortune teller.
Nah.
That's a point for dudes.
we went on jokes.
No, you're right.
You don't get the
we
point.
don't get a point for
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Fucker. That's a
We
good
have to
one.
laugh for them to get a point.
Yes, we
Does
have to
that
laugh.
take away a point from us?
No.
No.
Okay.
Yes. I think it does.
It does not. Producer says no.
Oh, okay.
All right, Chris.
Are you ready? Chicken eggs have perfected the art of getting laid without the need of a cock. No? Damn.
That was it. It was a one-liner.
That was a joke, yeah. I got none but one-liners.
I love it.
Okay, you ready? Everyone ready? Okay. What do you call a potato with a penis on it? A dictator.
Nah, I've heard that one.
You're laughing!
Girls get one Josh laugh, you
I
fucked
didn't
up.
make any audible noises.
You still laugh, motherfucker.
Oh my god.
Okay.
All right, Josh, your turn.
Why does Waldo wear a striped shirt? Because he doesn't want to be spotted.
Oh, we're going to have a long night.
Yeah.
All right. What did the police officer say to his belly button? You're under arrest.
No. No.
I think they're fucking funny.
This game's going to go on for a while. All right.
You suck.
Presumably, the Yeti's father has snowballs.
What?
No? Okay. God damn it.
I guess I didn't hear that one all the way.
The Yeti?
Uh-huh.
Yeti,
I like
just
that you
the
tied it into
abominable
Sasquatch.
snowman.
Oh,
I know.
I like that.
got you, I got you.
Yes.
Bonus points for Sasquatch jokes.
Yes,
Yeah.
snowballs. Because his balls are made out of snow, Kay.
Went right over my head. I was like, what? Why
Next.
couldn't the T-Rex clap? Because he's dead.
No.
Because he's dead.
Today, my son asked, "Can I have a bookmark?" I bursted into tears. He still doesn't know my name is Brian.
We're going to do like 4 or 5 more.
Stop laughing.
She almost did. It.
It took me a while to get it, and I was like, All right, my
That
turn.
was a good one.
let's see which one of these do I want. Okay. How do you get a country girl's attention?
Now,
A tractor.
no. No.
I feel like we should have had one of the girls on each team.
I told you. I told you.
Y'all fucked that up.
Apparently I have like zero sense of humor.
Have you heard your one-liners?
Hello.
Your headliners are actually pretty good.
One-liners, not headliners.
All right. My dad says he loves hunting for prostitutes for the same reason. There's nothing like fucking a quick buck and paying a buck for a quick fuck. He's in jail now. No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna count that. I'm gonna count that. That's one for the boys.
That's so...
I can laugh now, so we're good.
All right.
more
So
shocked at that one.
so we need dark dad jokes. Is that what this is?
Yes.
All right. Well, yeah. I'm gonna bring it now.
Bless you.
Why don't orphans go on school trips? They don't have a parent signature.
No.
All right, I'm about to hit you with this one.
Quite literally.
My turn.
Your turn, Josh.
I named my 2 dogs Rolex and Timex. You can just
stole
call
that
them my
one from me.
watchdogs.
That's an old one.
You stole that one. Motherfucker.
She's laughing. She's laughing.
I did say we're playing up to 4 points. So.
You said 5. So
Did I
we
say
went to
5? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, it's 3-1.
Okay. Isn't it your turn?
No, it's your
No,
turn.
he
My turn.
He just
Okay.
went.
You just laughed.
You just laughed at his joke.
I was distracted. All right. Today I asked my phone, Siri, why am I still single? And it activated the front camera. And then you got something like this.
I gotta get. I'll give you that one.
You got a job of the hook.
That's kind of good. I mean, I didn't laugh out loud, but it was funny.
It was good.
Yes. All right. So I just got to figure out y'all's humor. Humor.
Humor.
Humorous.
It's humor.
All right, Con.
I knew I was becoming like my father when I saw the disappointed look in my mother's eyes. No?
I thought you were just
That was an
speaking from
appropriate joke
experience.
for what we just talked about. That was great.
You're really good at tying jokes back into the episode.
He really is. What do you call a warrior with hair in between their 2 front teeth?
Hair.
What?
I'm glad he ate her.
No.
Naomi was so confused.
I was so invested in that joke, yo. I get the picture. I'm like thinking like hair. I'm like, where's his hair coming from?
And then she hit you with that line. You almost ate the mic.
I think I got a good one.
Oh God, yo, I suck at dad jokes.
Today I asked my phone, Siri, why am I still single?
Naomi just said that one.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Is that one?
Yeah, she's
I'm
just.
gonna delay for my list.
And
I'm so
I
sorry.
gave it to her because I kind of chuckled.
She literally just said
Oh
that.
my
My bad.
God. That's. Have you noticed
Mulligan.
the amount of repetitions we're getting from the males tonight?
Yeah, we're not paying attention to shit.
Oh,
Typical
y'all.
male.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. That's really funny.
So I can't find my Gone in 60 Seconds movie. It was here a minute ago.
I knew it was coming.
I was, yeah.
You're
I
welcome.
can't. I got a headache.
It was here a minute ago.
You're welcome.
Oh shit.
That was short and sweet.
Great movie, by the way.
Naomi, you're up.
You're up.
Oh shit. Okay.
Don't do the Siri joke.
Yeah, don't do the serious joke. Josh already did it.
Got it. I'll keep that in mind. All right. So, my mom died when we couldn't remember her blood type. as she died, she kept telling us, be positive. But it's hard without her.
No.
You can't look at me. I'm gonna make you laugh.
Be positive all the time.
It was good. It was good.
Do y'all know your blood types? It's important.
Fuck no.
A positive.
O negative.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's not just a band, y'all.
Wait, that means you can only get O negative, right?
Hi. Yeah, I think so. But I think, can't I just give to
You can give to everybody, but
You're
you
a
can only have
universal
yours.
donor.
Except
Yeah.
they won't let me donate blood because I lived in England during Mad Cow. They won't let me. Still won't. I tried to donate the other day.
That's
All
why
right,
so many
Con,
people
what's
are
your joke?
dying.
All right. My.
Not funny.
We all shut up. Typical women over here. Always cackling.
a dad joke and I still made it laugh.
I'm so glad we lightened this episode up at the end.
All right, y'all ready?
Yes.
Okay. My dad only knows masturbation jokes. He says they always come in handy.
You look
I
really
love how
proud
you
of that one.
enunciated. I love how you.
I wanted to make sure I understood that. I need to find
It's
some.
actually coom.
I need to find some chick jokes.
Some coom.
Did you hear about the guy who dipped his testicles in glitter? It was pretty nuts.
Meh.
I want to see that.
I
really
don't.
do. You know what? I'm about to try something.
She's gonna text Clint, go pick up glitter from Michael's right now.
Oh man, no! I got a drawer full of glitter. I'm gonna get bejazzled,
wow.
and it's gonna be
Bejazzled.
yeah, bejazzled.
So I was raised as an only child,
Oh, we know.
which I think was pretty hard for my brother.
Hi-yo!
That's a laugh.
That's fucking funny.
Oh, we won. I found some knock-knock jokes. By the way, we won because girls
We can
suck.
keep going if you
Oh
want to.
man, I've got one more.
Let's go 2 more times and we'll stop it.
Okay.
Two more times.
2 more times.
Oh, that's
So
a
your
lot
2
of
best
jokes.
jokes.
A lot of jokes. I can't stop with these jokes. When my Uncle Frank died, he wanted his cremations to be buried in his favorite beer mug. His last wish was always to be Frankenstein.
No.
It's beautiful. Frankenstein. No, y'all don't get it?
All right.
I get it.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Who's there?
I forgot this.
Mike.
Mike who?
Mike Oxlong. Mike Oxlong.
I was like, what?
I said it wrong. I fucked that
Fucked up
up.
your own
It
joke.
was,
Fucked
it
up
was
my own
good.
joke.
Sounds like something my son would tell me.
Can trees poop? Can trees poop?
I don't know. Can they?
Yeah.
No.
How else do we get number 2 pencils?
Hi-yo. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Number 2 pencil.
I had to go to Reddit.
Yeah. Reddit's where it's at.
Reddit is a beautiful thing.
So my wife left a note on the fridge saying, "This is not working." I don't know what she's talking about. The fridge is working fine.
Stupid.
Wait, what? Say it again? I wasn't listening.
My wife left a note on the refrigerator saying, "This is not working." I don't know what she's talking about. It's
Oh,
working
I get it. Nah.
fine. You're welcome.
So this one is kind of goes along with current events that didn't quite make the headlines today. A priest asked the convicted murderer at the electric chair, "Do you have any last requests?" "Yes," replies the murderer. "Can you please hold my hand?" Did y'all hear about that guy?
No.
Death row? Oh man.
Knock, knock.
He's
Yo,
busting out the knock knock jokes. Go ahead.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Fire.
Fire who?
It's not that bad. I just need someone to blow me.
You don't blow on fire.
It's not that bad. I just need someone to blow me.
My wife complains I don't buy her flowers. To be honest, I didn't know she sold flowers.
That gets her.
I got it. I got it.
These guys are unpredictable.
It's funny because Lindsay keeps bitching at me because I don't buy her enough flowers.
Aww.
I'm an asshole.
My husband used to buy me flowers. That smells good.
Wait, knock, knock.
Con, it's my turn.
I know. I just want to do this one.
Shut up.
Con's like, screw it. I don't know what this is. Go ahead. Knock. Who's there?
Pat.
What? Pet or Pat?
Pat.
Oh, Pat who?
Pat my ass.
Fuck. These are jokes my son would tell me.
What did you go to Nickelodeon.com?
I don't
to
fucking
get those
know.
jokes?
I just Googled dirty jokes.
He's looking through his text messages with his son.
Yeah. Wait. Knock, knock.
Con.
Who's there?
The waitress.
The waitress.
I just needed the tip.
Oh. But
By the way,
All right, go ahead, Josh. I'm sorry.
You can leave us a tip at just the tip.
Let me go ahead and cue that up right now. There it is. Here's mine. Why did Mozart hate all the chickens?
look at all them chickens.
When he asked them who the best composer was, they all replied, Bach, Bach, Bach. Thank you.
No.
That's stupid.
Love it. Love it. All right, Naomi, you got one more joke. That's it.
Okay.
And then we're going to get this train wreck off the air.
Choo-choo, motherfucker.
When does a joke become a dad joke?
When?
When it leaves you and never comes back.
He went for milk and never came back.
I thought he left for cigarettes and never came back.
It was cigarettes and milk.
Cigarettes and milk.
Well,
I saw one like that earlier. It's like, how do you know a dad joke's good? Is something about him leaving. And I didn't want to say it, but it was great. I don't know why I said that, but there you go.
attaboy, Josh.
Again, you repeated the same fucking joke.
It's not it. It's
These
not it.
guys are killing me. Bruh. Oh, God.
Well, on that note, that's the end of the podcast. It wasn't as big of a shit show as we thought it was.
It's just you.
I'm
It's
actually-
always going to turn out good if I'm here.
Yeah, you can keep telling yourself that, Naomi.
Oh, okay.
Do not forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Do not forget to follow us on Spotify, iTunes, and wherever else you listen to your podcasts on. Also, check out YouTube. We're on that platform too. On behalf of me, Naomi, Josh, and our special guest, Kay, thank you, everybody, for tuning in to us tonight.
You sound like you're on the airplane. You're giving directions, like the safety directions.
That way. No, you go that way.
I feel like you need to do it in your best accent. Go ahead and do that again.
Also, donate us money. We need money, so there's a tip jar.
You have to say it in a Boston accent,
know.
like Sasquatch.
Wait, hold on.
Thank you for
Okay.
listening to the shawl.
Khakis.
Cock the cock.
Hey, don't forget to donate us some money.
Money. I don't think that's how they say it.
Either way,
Y'all, we're from Texas.
put the money in the tip jar.
Tip jar.
Tip jar. I
Tip
got
jar.
that.
Do
Tip
you have an
jar.
accent that you want to exit with, Naomi?
Good day, mate.
Wow.
Josh, hit that end record button before this turns out worse.
Y'all have a good night.
You've been listening to the Smells Like Middle-Aged Spirit podcast. For more show content, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And don't forget to visit spiritswagstore.com for everything you need to rep your favorite podcast in style.